Good evening and welcome to the broadcast here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. I'm Joel McCall alongside me, Nami George, Ray George behind camera, as we get you set for week number 4 of the high school football season 2025 edition. Central Riverhawks, a 1-2 record, and they are hosting. Baraboo comes in at 0-3. Riverhawks come off the MVC win last week, 35-28 over Reedsburg. Baraboo lost their first matchup in conference play last week to Toma, 19-8. And for the Central Riverhawks, a huge win, Nami, to get on the right track as they entered the season going 0-2 in non-conference play.
Yeah, I mean, huge win is kind of an understatement. What a game it was, what a performance it was. I love that in your interview, Coach Olson praised up Coach Coburn because I thought he called a really, really good offensive game, and that was a game they needed to win. Remember, it was just like last year. We started having questions about this team. What is this season going to look like? That win last week kind of changes everything. Also, there's a lot of confidence in this Riverhawk team going on the road and beating a ranked Reedsburg team, and all of a sudden you're sitting atop the conference.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Sitting with a few others, with Holman, Logan, and Toma all winning, and then Central. All right, well, we lost audio, and now it's back.
Don't start this. Not tonight.
You've got cords in front of you. You have to be careful.
Yep.
For Baraboo, then losing 19-8 to Toma to open NBC play last week. This is a team that has a ton of new players. We're going to talk about it here throughout the warm-up, but Baraboo just got to get something positive going, I think, within the first quarter here tonight, just to see if their season could turn around after an 0-3 start.
Yeah, 0-3 is tough, and you know that they're going to be hungry for a win just as Central was last week. Central's going to have to be ready for Baraboo's best effort. I don't know what that best effort is, but I think we're going to see it on the field tonight.
Well, let's take a break. We'll go to Matthew Construction, then we'll come back up here in the booth and talk a little bit more about these two teams.
Matthew Construction Company is proud to be a Riverhawk community sponsor. Matthew Construction Company is a family-owned asphalt contractor and major supplier of aggregates. Throughout the Midwest, the company plans and completes road construction projects such as asphalt highways, driveways, and parking lots. Beyond the road, Matthew offers additional career opportunities. For example, at its highly specialized research and development facility located in Onalaska, the company's team of top chemists and engineers conducts industry-leading research to continually improve the performances of its products and develop sustainable green technologies. Whether in the lab, office, or out on the roads, Matthew Construction Company aims to inspire the next generation of innovative thinkers. Learn more about the diverse career opportunities in legal, HR, research and technology, accounting, environmental services, engineering, operations management, safety, and more at www.matthew.com.
We bring you back up to the booth here at the Veterans Memorial Field at the campus of UWL Lacrosse. Nami George, I'm Joel McCall. Nami, this game is super important for Central, obviously, to stay up in those standings of the MVC. And we know last week, I want to hit on somebody on camera, Connor Groth. What a big game he had last week, 2 touchdown catches.
Yeah, you know, Connor is one of those guys, big, tall receiver, runs really good routes and has good hands. If the quarterbacks can get the ball anywhere in his vicinity, he has good catch radius. He can come down with it. That was on display last week. I think you're going to see a little bit more of that. I think the coaches really liked Groth's game last week, and I think we're going to see him targeted tonight quite often.
Well, and then on the other side with Baraboo, just getting something going, Ethan Husselman has got to have a big game for them. The junior running back / fullback, they run that double wing type set. They're going to have to get him going, and their offensive line has got to provide some holes for him.
I was just going to say that it's their offensive line that's key here, and you look at that group, it's not a young group. There's a lot of seniors and a lot of big boys. Joel and I were watching them pregame. A lot of big boys down there. I would expect them to play better than they have in the last 3 games. Central, I know they look at the opponent and they see 0-3, 0-1 in the conference. Central's going to have to play really good football tonight to get a win here. In the Mississippi Valley Conference, it's hard to get a win any Friday night. Doesn't matter who the opponent is. Central's going to have to play their best game. I'm expecting Baraboo, that offensive line, to play their best game as well.
Before we send it back down, you can probably see to my right here, this is Raylan. My little girl is on camera for a second. Owen, do you want to slide in and show off that Riverhawk?
He's ready for homecoming, Joel. Look at that.
There you go. Now you got that Riverhawk shirt in there. chowing down on pizza. Everybody getting ready for the ball game tonight. So they're up here tonight. Dana brought them down. Wanted to make sure give Raylan a shout out since she was on camera the entire time that we were talking. Probably distracted everybody and wasn't listening to a thing you said. Although that's
probably a good thing.
I was going to say I didn't
Joel,
listen.
you know the other thing, homecoming for Central, lots of distractions. We talk about this every year during homecoming.
True.
It was a week-long celebration at Central. We had the parade today.
Right.
There's a lot of things that the guys are thinking about other than football all week long. Tonight you got to focus in and take care of your business on the field, and hopefully Central can do that.
Put your lower matchup back up. I agree with you on that. 35-28 then with that big fourth quarter that Central held the ball forever against Reedsburg. That was a key thing about that fourth quarter is Reedsburg only touched the ball one time. Riverhawks basically grinded out that 6 minutes to finish out. We praise him all the time, but Christian Rudrud deserves it and more. Rushed for 96, 2 touchdowns, threw for 91 and a touchdown, caught a screen pass and went for 67, and had a team-high 11 total tackles, 9 solos. But the other guy that I want to give some recognition to, we already talked about Connor Groth, but how about sophomore Oliver Walker? The defensive lineman came away with 4 tackles at Reedsburg, has 2 forced fumbles this season, and has brought more to the life to the defensive line. He's a player to watch.
He definitely is a young guy, and if you watched that stream last week, not ours, but the opposing team stream, you saw there were plays where Oliver Walker was unblockable, and that was against a good offensive line. He has that in him. Can he do that consistently every single play? We're going to find out as the season goes on, but man alive, there were some plays last week he just blew up in the backfield. Reedsburg had no answer for him.
And Coach O talked about the defense remaining disciplined and hitting their marks. And offensively, we know Rudrud and Service will get theirs. Hopefully Growth can go off. My question of the night for Central was, can they build off of last week and not fall for the trap game? You already talked about that. For Baraboo, entering 03, mentioned 19-8 loss. They were down 12-0 at halftime to Toma. The defense really did hold their own. It was a lack of offense that spelled doom for Coach Turkington's squad. He even quoted it as saying, "We've struggled offensively to execute consistently all season. Last Friday was more of the same." And as I said, Husselman was the most efficient offensive threat last week. 23 carries, 110 yards, and got a touchdown. And really, the whole season, Coach Turkington said he's an effort guy, whether in the weight room or on the field. He gives everything he has. And the other factor is Baraboo does have a lot of new players. Again, 3 returning starters on both sides of the ball, and I'm certain communication errors have occurred and someone took the wrong gap or 2 guys covered one guy on one route. I mean, and Coach Turkington even said in his email, he said, it's been a slow process. We've improved week to week, but the improvement hasn't got us a victory yet on Friday night.
Well, and when you're replacing a lot of guys like that, what do we know? That we know that eventually you get there, but it takes some time, as Coach Turkington said. And you just hope if you're the Riverhawks, you hope tonight's not the night where they start putting it all together. Because eventually, when you're starting all these new guys, they're going to figure it out. They're going to start getting the communication down, and then they're going to be a good team. They're going to get some W's.
Yeah, that's for sure. When I know they do have some injuries, too, to talk about throughout the night, but I appreciated Coach Turkington's candor. He told it like it is, and he's been around long enough to know what it takes to get his team on that right track. And it's the question of, can the team respond to those teachable moments throughout the week to get the win on Friday night? Now you build off of your practices. You build off the things that you've seen on film that have been mistakes and everything else, and then you get it on a Friday night and turn it into something of a great performance for Baraboo.
Much like Central did last week, right? Learning from the film, working on their technique, working on everything on the field, and eventually turning it into a W. Baraboo in the same spot that Central was last week.
We should be having the national anthem here shortly. I'm going to get these out for the Mississippi Valley Conference. Sparta is at Holman, Onalaska hosting Reedsburg, Logan at Toma, and you look at Onalaska, they're 0-1, Reedsburg 0-1. That's a huge game in the MVC. You cannot start falling down 0-2 and then climb yourself back out of that hole throughout the season. And we know how good Holman has been. Sparta, same way, having to battle Holman, 0-1. Every game moving forward in the MVC is just so important, especially for these teams that are 0-1.
Really is, and I'm on the text chain, so I will have updates of everything throughout the night. Reedsburg and Onalaska are already underway, and they are 0-0 in the first.
Oh, wow. They've already started?
Yep.
How did they go so early?
No, not sure.
Okay.
Unless somebody was just telling me the starting
score. Right. It's true. way down. There you go. That's good. We might have to move it up later, but that's good for now. Thank you, Nami, for adjusting the audio. And what a nice rendition of the national anthem.
Central's roll choir, Joel.
Josiah Dix was over here singing and then has to run back over to the...
He's multi-talented.
Apparently. That's awesome.
Robe choir, but no robes tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They
homecoming
were not,
garb.
Yeah, homecoming. Yeah. Now they're getting a nice picture together. We should have a nice picture up here tonight. Let's hope everything works properly.
Look at the new band uniforms, too, Joel. Looking sharp
out there.
I was
going to say, they
red
look really nice.
Yep. Those are brand new.
Band always sounding so good. A lot of times they're the ones that do the national anthem. Tonight, get the...
I think one of our sponsors, the Central Booster Club, helped the band with the purchase of those uniforms, as they help all of our athletics and groups with funding, not just the athletic programs. And sometimes that's a misconception. They think Booster Club is just for sports. It's not. It's for all the clubs and activities we have at Central, and that Booster Club does a great job supporting all the kids at Central.
Looking forward to this one. I better bring up the scoreboard. And a lot of times when I hide it.
Good. Let's not fight with that tonight.
Why does it say 7th? Is that first? Okay. I don't know. It says...
Well, that must be what they have it registered as on there.
They do. It says overtime 3.
Oh, well, there you go.
Up on the...
So Jan's got to...
They got to fix that.
And he doesn't know it.
Nope. Well, Central and Baraboo tonight. Also, Aquinas at GET and West Salem at Westby. Good luck to the boys and girls cross-country team tomorrow. They travel down to Luther College in Iowa, 9 a.m. for a run for their cross-country beat. And so Baraboo won the toss and will receive, and so we will see this Thunderbird offense come out first. Let's see if we can get the returners. Buxton, I know, is kicking off for the Riverhawks.
I texted over to the press box there to see if they can fix that on the scoreboard for us so it doesn't say quarter number 7.
Right.
Nobody looking at their phone right now, though.
Well, we'll get it sooner or later.
Baraboo won the toss, elected to receive right away.
Yes, they want the ball. And a dribbler ends up being an onside kick by Central and recovered right there by Logan Sweeney.
Good job by Baraboo being ready for that opening kickoff. You're not anticipating an onside kick. Central tries to catch him off guard. Sweeney right there to fall on it and gives Baraboo really good field position almost at midfield to start their first drive.
Say it's at the 49-yard line of Baraboo's, so their own, but yeah, start at midfield. And so Peyton Poker will be the starting quarterback. 74 yards throwing, that's it. They do run an I-back system. They use the double wing sometimes. Husselman on the handoff right away. We're going to see a lot of Ethan. And the first carry comes to him, and he does pass the 50 and 45 to the 43-yard line for a gain of 8.
You can see what Coach Turkington's talking about with being a hard worker, plowing through. Central's really going to have to rally to the ball. One guy's not going to bring him down. Going to need multiple hats getting to the ball to bring Husselman down.
So 2 wide receivers over on the far side. Simple eye back. Poker goes back to pass. He looks for a deep ball. He's got a man out there. It's Hodges, and incomplete. Knocked away by Reuben Smith. Good coverage on the play.
I like what Coach Turkington is doing, though. He's trying to catch Central off guard. You can bet that they were ready for a lot of smash mouth football. Turkington tries to roll the dice and throw something along the sideline. Good coverage out there, though. Is that Reuben?
Yes. Yep, Smith was on that.
Smith equal to the task and not getting fooled.
Hodges, 3 catches for 69 yards on the season. That one falls incomplete. 3rd down and 2. Why not take a shot, though? You got Husselman. This is probably 2-down territory. Instead, he slips past the first defender in the backfield and does get to the 40 and a gain of 3 and a first down. So 1st down and 10 at the 40 for Baraboo, and you'll be getting us the Baraboo starters here after this next play. Brought to you by Pettibone Resort.
It's awesome that they sponsored all of our starting lineups. We've been able to read them for volleyball, soccer. We're in full swing right now. Pettibone Resort sponsoring all the starting lineups.
And Poker back to pass again. Looks for Hodges. Coming back to the ball. Smith wrapping him up and getting some help. 3 other Riverhawks come over. It is a caught pass and a gain of 4.
Really nice job there by Smith to make sure to not let Hodges get past him.
And go ahead. There we go. There's Poker as the quarterback. Husselman, Hodges. Wing will be Niles. We'll see Sweeney and Ramos sometimes. John Rogers, Sulk, and then Heinze, Hill, all on that offensive line. Guy I'm really looking forward to is Hinsey, the center, as Husselman again, but this time swallowed up interior line for Central Riverhawks. And coming out of those, Calvin Arntz.
Central did a better job there of making sure there were multiple guys at the ball.
What'd you give him on that?
I gave him 1.
Yeah.
Arntz was the first one there, but there were 2 or 3 guys right behind Arntz ready to help.
Third down.
Going back to that first down play, Reuben Smith didn't necessarily bring him down, but he held him up long enough for his teammates to come over and help. That's what it takes on the boundary.
And how often does Coach Olson always talk about getting more than one onto the ball?
Right.
Well, that almost looked like, it's a play fake as Poker goes on the far side and chucks a man as well past the 30 to the 26-yard line for a gain of 9 and a first down for Baraboo as they move the ball here in the first quarter.
How about that? Lowering the shoulder. You want respect from your teammates? Quarterback on a naked bootleg runs out and then puts a shoulder into a linebacker to get another extra 4 yards. You know that fires the guys up.
Right. Well, that far side for the linebacker would be Hack.
Coach Turkington probably not real excited about seeing that.
Right. True. First down would be inside the red zone if Baraboo can get there. Husselman on the pitch and tracked nicely. Karan Carter.
All the way from the backside.
Yes,
Carter
he is.
around.
Yes, exactly. He's the linebacker on the other side. And
Still gain of 4, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, because of the stretch play, he still got well past the original line of scrimmage for Husselman.
But that was a high-effort play there from Carter. Play went to the opposite side of where he was, able to track him down from behind.
Stelzer on the far side for Baraboo as the wide receiver. 2 on the near side. Poker, handoff. Husselman again. Runs right into Christian Rudrud, and Rudrud wins that battle after a gain of 2.
Big play here for the Central defense.
Again, if you're Baraboo, though, you're also sitting at 0-3. This is probably 2-down territory when it's 3rd down and 4.
Put the pressure on them.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure unless they have a field goal kicker that we don't know about, which is possible.
John Moon is 2 for 2 for PATs, and that's it. No,
so they're going to be going for it. 2 plays to get 4 yards.
Yep. Hodges on this near side, so you got to watch out for him. Drake Niles is in the slot. Handoff, Husselman makes his way to the 15, and he will have the first down. Gain of 5.
That offensive line doing some work for the T-Birds here.
And they do not have Stetter, who is a sophomore and the starting left tackle, found out that he is out and will be for a couple of weeks. So missing one of their starting linemen on both sides of the ball is Baraboo, but still pushing piles and making room for Husselman in that I-back formation. This has not been double wing either. This hasn't even been wing sets. This has all been I-back. And pitch on the far side then. Husselman makes a man miss the first one. Harold Nachman had a chance, but slowed him down long enough. And why don't you throw up the Central starters as a gain of 1. Pettibone Resort, thank you again for being the sponsor of the defensive starters and all the starters here. And there's Centrals, the linemen, Williams, Martin, Flores, Arntz, and Walker. Carter, Hack as the linebackers. Smith, Bewley. Then you got Service and Rudrud flying around as safeties. Poker holds it, looking. He's got Hodges in the end zone. Oh, he gave it away, though, or instead held on to it, runs out of bounds. They mark him at the 10, a gain of 4. Be 3rd down and 5.
He had Hodges open twice.
Yes.
First on the drag across the field, and then Hodges stopped and went back, and he had him open again. I think Poker was looking down and seeing how much he could get on the ground instead of keeping his eyes up Missed a touchdown opportunity possibly.
Right. And if you're Baraboo, you got to be thinking, well, we need as many points as possible. You know, they've really struggled to get on the board throughout the entire season, sitting at 0-3, and they were shut out the first week, and 14 against Portage, 8 against Toma last week. And a false start. You know, they have been close a couple of times, has Baraboo, it looked like, on that interior line of a false start. I thought the right guard the one time moved, Solik, but they didn't call it on that particular. This one, they do.
Boy, if you're a Baraboo, Joel, you've been struggling to score all year. You're 0-3. You get the ball at the 49-yard line. You really need points on this drive.
Yep. Wyatt Foley on that, subbing in. Poker back to pass. Has time. Overshot his man over on that far side. That is Stelzer. And incomplete. And might be seeing Moon come out. And we will.
And I think Coach Turkington thinking the same thing. We got to get some type of points out of this drive.
Right. So Stelzer, I did not have him for a catch on the year in my notes and written down. So maybe more guys hurt too. You just never know how. So Moon will line this up. The holder is Poker at the 28. So this will be a 23. So 33-yarder. Line up, blocked by the Central Riverhawk. And picked up, it's Wyatt Foley that blocked it. Picking it up is Reuben Smith in a tide turning play already in the first quarter as the Riverhawks block the 33-yarder and run it all the way out to the 48.
How about Wyatt Foley coming off the edge, going all out, laying out full extension, gets his hand on the ball. Reuben Smith, Johnny on the spot, picks it up and almost took it to the house. What a big play that is, and now Central, they're going to get good field position for their first drive.
At 6:20 in the first quarter.
Well, you think of Baraboo 0-3 and now didn't get those points, and all of a sudden you see some of the body language, the heads down over on that sideline, and quite opposite on the Central sideline with everybody jumping around and cheering after that big play on special teams. Coach Q's unit coming up big for the Riverhawks.
Rudrud will be quarterback for the first play for Central. Two wide receivers on the near side. It is Rudrud on a take. Big hole on this near side and tried to break one tackle, instead brought down by Poker, but he's past the 45 to the 44 and a gain of 8.
Poker did a really good job there of going low on Rudrud. We see a lot of guys try to tackle up high. In fact, Rudrud had his helmet ripped off again last week on a play.
Twice, I thought.
Twice, maybe. If you're going to tackle him, it's going to have to be low.
That happened a couple times up at Ellsworth as well. Connor Groth on the far side, lined up with Stelzer. Hand off Rudrud, just going slip through, breaks back through towards the middle, and breaks it out of tackle. Hill running in for the score.
44 yards out, and you saw it open up for him. He had to make two guys miss. One-on-one, they're not going to bring him down. What a turn of events in the last 2 minutes, Joel.
2 plays, and the Central Riverhawks score.
He is something, isn't he? Just incredible, and give credit to the offensive line. They open up space, and that's the big thing. Give him a little bit of – all the Central skill players they got, really, really athletic skill players. Give them some space. They'll do the rest, and Rudrud did just that.
Looked like John Rogers may have had a chance around the 25. Rudrud slipped that one as well. PAT by Buxton.
We drilled that
Money.
one. Look at that.
Yeah, he did.
We've seen Buxton's extra points go way up high in the air. That one had some force to it. He could have made that from 30.
7-0 Central leads. 5:37 left in the first.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin, and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Seven 0 Central leading Baraboo in the first quarter. What a run by Christian Rudrud, 44 yards, all set up by that blocked field goal attempt by Wyatt Foley sneaking through. The
Special teams. Coach Q's got to be ecstatic. Special teams coming up huge early on in this game for the Riverhawks.
Drake Niles is one of the returners back for Baraboo. I have yet to see that far side. And last time, Riverhawks tried the onside kick. I don't think that'll happen again. Do you? No. Oh, this dribbled, though, and that's a live ball right off of the leg of Parker Wagner. He did recover it at the 36. So 36-yard line of their own, and Baraboo will have worse field position.
I like the idea of that. See if you can bounce it off one of the up men and maybe get a bounce to go your way and recover the ball.
That's still not that bad a field position.
Yeah, you know those guys up front are going to fall on. They're not going to pick it up and try and run with it.
Right. Parker Wagner is reported as a running back. He might have had the skills to pick it up, but not after it bounced right off the shin.
He's panicking. He
right,
knows people
exactly.
are bearing in, yeah.
So the I-back formation once again for Poker. And a handoff to Husselman. This time trying to break through and does pass the 40 to near the 44-yard line. Good run for him on that first play. Give him 8.
I saw what you're talking about with that right guard. He shot out early again. We'll see if the officials are going to let that go. They called it once.
Right. And we've got officials timeout. Looks like Gabriel Arnold, senior, tight end, and linebacker, coming off the field. Arnold does have a catch to the year, or a rush, I should say. One rush for 25 yards, and now we got a Riverhawk down as well.
This is going to be cramping.
Probably. It is hot.
Scoreboard is fixed, Joel.
All right, sounds great. Let's take a break and get Pettibone on, as they were our sponsor for our starters.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
Seven nothing, 5-13. Looks like everything's okay down below. As coming off, I didn't catch the number of who was coming off the field for Central. There were a lot of guys were coming. I never got it. It might have been Noah Hess, I thought.
It was one of those linemen.
Yeah, I think that's who it was, Noah Hess. Poker back to pass, looking for a long ball. Hodges again, slows down, waits for it, catches it at the 29-yard line, and tackled right there by Reuben Smith. Ball underthrown. Smith overran it, and Hodges comes up with a catch. They back him up to the 31-yard line.
It was a really nice adjustment in the air, on the ball in the air by Hodges. It was underthrown. He came back, and Smith kept running. He didn't see the ball, kept running, and allowed for an easy catch. Nice play by Hodges there. 25
yards on the pitch and catch. Is that what you had?
I put it 30. Why'd I put it 30?
I don't know, but it was 25.
All right.
It's all right. You're unofficial anyway.
Oh, I put it as 26. So
okay, well, that would have been all right. Husselman breaking and coming on the near side through the 5, pushed out of bounds by Service or no? No, signaled touchdown. What a run. Great field vision for Husselman. Was on the near hash, cut all the way back to the near sideline, and scores for Baraboo.
Boy, he's a talented running back, isn't he? You could see once he got through the initial line, kind of looked like he was shot out of a cannon, had some speed burst there, and able to get to the pylon.
That was a nice run. Like I said, the vision to be able to see what was in front of him, and he got a great block on this near side by the wide receiver.
Excellent response by Baraboo there.
Right? They work at 3 plays. Moon, PAT, good, and we're tied at 7. Now these two teams, we're gonna stay here, going back through the years of these two that we covered. Baraboo came here last year. Yep. And that was 60-13. The Riverhawks service and Ruru 130 rushing yards each for 2 touchdowns. Carter also had 11 carries for 100 yards and 1 touchdown. And if you recall, the first time that we went over to Baraboo, that was in 2023 to cover the game. That was the Henry Meyer game. 5 touchdowns. He nearly had 7 on the night.
That was incredible, wasn't it?
He had an insane game. If you've never watched it, go back. Nami and I were losing our minds.
Their game plan was to cover him single coverage, one-on-one. It did not go well.
It did not, no.
Central just feasted on it all night long.
But different story tonight so far. A nice response by Baraboo after leaving points on the board the first time because they had their field goal blocked.
Yeah, give credit to the Thunderbirds. It's easy to be, here we go again.
Right, exactly.
And shoulders down and heads down. Instead, they come out and put a drive together, get Huseman into some open space, and he takes it to the house.
Yep.
It's never easy, Joel.
Nope.
We said in the pregame, Central has to play their best game to come out with a W.
Every single week in the NBC.
Every night.
Smith is the return man way in the back. We'll see if Moon can get it there. He got a good leg. Far side. Will it bounce out of bounds? And it does. Just barely, though. Reuben Smith had to track that thing all the way to the 5-yard line. And it is out of bounds. The flag will be thrown, and this ball will come out all the way to I believe it's the 35, is it not?
I think so, yeah. He almost dropped it right on the sideline.
I know.
Before going out of bounds, that would have been something.
And that's where it'll be placed, is the 35.
You want some Central offensive starters?
Yes, let's throw them up there. So there you go. Central offensive starters. Service is the quarterback sometimes, Rude. And then on the outside, Groth and Smith. We'll see Avant Williams come in for tight end. Nachman also plays some tight end, Foley on the wing. And then Martin, Arentz, Carey. You have Calvin in there twice.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, clearly. The guy you missed was Aiden Martin.
No, I had him on there.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No. Well, you missed somebody.
Let's put it back up and see who I missed.
Throw that back up there. Okay, Martin is on there. Noah Hess.
Oh, Noah.
He's on the left guard.
Sorry, Noah.
That's all right.
A lot of stuff going on in school.
Noah's a senior. That play gained 6.
Rude on the carry?
I believe so. Well, I was seeing what you were doing. So, thanks a lot. Boy. Off to a wonderful start. Service, back to pass. Looks, throws deep to Groth, overshot him. Good coverage out there. Parker Wagner on that coverage, and Hodges gave away Groth.
In fact, let's look at those defensive starters for Baraboo, brought to you by Pettibone Resorts.
So Avery Hanusa there, you get that extra one up on the top. He was added because of Ringelstetter being out. Ramos, Solik. And then you got Hodges, Arnold, Sweeney, Huselman, all those linebackers back in the back. We just talked about Wagner, Stelzer, Poker, Niles. It's a nice athletic group in the defensive backs, too. Key third down and 4. It's Rude, and he dropped the ball. I think he fell back on it. It'll be a loss of 3.
Got caught looking up before he had the ball in his hands.
He sure did.
Not the drive Central was looking for to respond after the Baraboo touchdown.
No. Able to recover. Don't want to give something away. Coach Olson always talking about that too. And Huselman is the return man. Boy, I'm surprised by that, aren't you?
I am, but Central better be aware of it.
And a false start before the snap.
I mean, if you're Coach Turkington, you want Huselman in space any way you can get it.
Well, I mean, that's true.
This is one way to do that.
And it's Connor Groth that is, I was going to say, that's not service back to punt. That is Connor Groth.
We'll see if Groth punts it to him or tries to punt it.
Let's say I would come on this near sideline. Yeah. There's no wind tonight, by the way. I went to the far sideline. Good kick, though, by Groth, and good coverage down there, not allowing anything.
Great hang time there.
Cashton LaRue was on that coverage as one of the gunners. Yes, got all the way down to the 23, but a punt. And Baraboo will take back over.
Joel, before we start this next drive, I want to talk about the ASL parking lot fundraiser for Oktoberfest. It's hosted by the Central Adaptive Sports League. They are providing parking at the downtown State Bank parking lot all day long for $10. You can go to the State Bank parking lot, park your car there starting at 5 a.m., and not only have a spot to park all day while you're festing, but also support the Central ASL program. So make sure you do that. Support our Central ASL team. We're going to be covering them next couple weeks here.
And a handoff, and another nice cutback. Husselman again past the 30 to the 32-yard line.
Boy, their offensive line really giving Husselman some space. Central's going to have to respond here defensively. Husselman not getting touched 5 or 6 yards down the field.
Gave him 8. Man, great.
Mario Krause-Nardine tuning in from Eau Claire. Part of that UW Eau Claire Blue Gold football team. Thanks. Omar, nice to hear from you. Omar's NAMI George MVP.
Poker back to pass again. Looks over to the far side. And incomplete pass, double coverage. That's a tight window trying to throw to Drake Niles. And incomplete pass. I like the attempts, though, by Baraboo. You have second down and short. Why not take a shot?
Scores around the area. Reedsburg up 6-0 on Onalaska. Holman up 7-0 on Sparta at the end of the first.
That first run by the Riverhawks in their drive for 6, that was Wyatt Foley.
Thank you.
On that carry. Not Rude. Poker and the Baraboo Thunderbirds. Handoff. Husselman. Oh, I think he might have got to the stick. It was close. Carter and who else has come out? Hess. They gave it to him, and just exactly 2. Officials are moving the sticks.
Logan 6-0 over Toma at the end of the first.
Man, all these other, well, we're only 2 minutes behind.
Yeah, that's true. Bangor beating Ithaca 8-0 at the end of the first.
Poker. Play fake. Running off to the other side. A naked bootleg, and he's not going to go anywhere. Avant Williams with a tackle for loss. He's had one forced fumble on the year, but.
So they hit Central on that naked bootleg earlier on. This time Avant Williams saw it once already, was ready for it, and Poker with nowhere to go once he got out there.
-5 on that. Back past the 30 to the 29.
That's a big play for the Riverhawks defense. They needed something positive.
Good play by the junior, 6'2", 200-pound defensive end. Williams, you can get sucked in so quickly, and then a quick one, Poker up and over the head of Hodges, nowhere near that. Hodges stands at 6'1", 180. He would have needed to be about 7 feet to get that.
Got him behind the sticks now. Central needs to step up here, get a stop, get the ball back.
You can kind of sense that Baraboo, this is their uncomfort zone, right? I mean, they pound you for 3, 4, 5. Husselman can break one even for 31 as he did earlier for the touchdown. Being behind the sticks, having to throw. And the defensive line can, try to get to Poker, put some pressure on him. They do here. Ooh. And a huge sack coming through is Harold Nachman.
What a play there by Nachman. Don't know if there was a miscommunication on the blocking up front or what happened, but Nachman went right around the offensive line.
Yeah, I'm getting really good about replays for volleyball. Got to get better for football.
Takes practice.
That's another loss of, 5?
That's what I gave him.
And 4th down and 25. The punter is Moon as well. And Groth, get down. That's what you need to do. He's surrounded.
It's a good field position again for the Riverhawks here.
I can't tell you who got the tackle because we don't have a 55.
Not on the roster. That's what I say when I'm doing the PA.
He wasn't. Not on the roster. So.
Well, and we know Baraboo's struggling with some injuries. So
yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. And it could be somebody that's on the roster wearing a different jersey.
Right.
We've had that happen even for the Central Riverhawks. Coach Olson, that happened 2 weeks ago, and he said I thought of you immediately. Like, well,
That's
thanks.
good. That's good. We got them thinking about that at least. Got to take care of us up here, too.
Keep my service. Look out! It's wide open! Heading toward the far sideline. Touchdown, 51 yards. Service was not touched.
How about that play call and then the offensive line service? You're right, Joel. Not touched. 51 yards, 52 yards maybe. And there wasn't a Thunderbird that had a finger on him.
All that motion coming across the right side of the line, giving him a great look. Arndt Martin, got to give Carey a shout out to the sophomore center for providing that hole, and service runs it.
Coach Colburn pushing the right buttons. That was a great play call there.
Yes, it was. Buxton, yes, that one as well. So 14-7 our score after the touchdown by the Central Riverhawks. They take the lead back up on Baraboo.
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
$14-7 our score as Central hits the big hitter. 51-yard touchdown run for Gabe Service.
We were just talking off air here, Joel. That offensive line created such a big hole there. You might have been able to squeak through there.
I said I could have got through the hole. That's it. Hodges gets down on it at the 26-yard line, so that's where Baraboo will take over. For Service on the year, that is his second rushing touchdown. He has thrown one as well and caught one. Well, we talk about how important Christian Rudrud is, but it's also Gabe Service, and it's on both sides. Service has 17.5 tackles on the year. Rudrud 19. That's the top two on this team. Service, all-purpose yards, second only to Rudrud. Now it's Baraboo's turn to come right back out, though. They've had a response early. Got that Husselman 31-yarder after 3 plays. Let's see what they got dialed up here. It's Husselman again, ripped down by Oliver Walker, a guy that we talked about earlier in the broadcast, but he did pass the 30 to the 32 at a gain of 6, 5.
I gave him 6.
Yeah.
Should take us to the end of the first quarter.
Yep. We'll have to thank our great sponsors again. Thank you again to Matthew Construction. Oh, your watermark's not up there. We'll get that back up there too, and we'll thank the Booster Club and a couple others as first quarter ends 14-7, Central leading Baraboo.
The Central Booster Club is excited to work with you this school year. The Booster Club's mission is to promote and help finance the over 50 official Central co-curricular activities through fundraising efforts. Booster Club meetings are held in the Central Commons on the second Monday of each month during the school year. If you can't attend meetings, you can still help by volunteering at the school store and other events. With so many budget cuts, the role of the Booster Club has become even more important in supporting all Central activities. Sign up to stay updated on Booster Club activities by clicking the QR code. Go Riverhawks!
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
Don't miss a moment of the action. Be sure to follow the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, search Central Riverhawks YouTube, and on Instagram, search Central Riverhawks Live.
Raindrops keep falling on my head here at UWL Veterans Memorial Field. We do have rain hitting the La Crosse area, and so people scrambling below us, and there you see it. It's not a light rain either. That's a good shower. As here we go, back to action.
You know what happens on this artificial turf when it starts raining, too. It gets awfully
slick.
slippery.
That's right. Ray, you can stay in about like that. That's good. Poker and the Baraboo Thunderbirds, and a false start.
And this is stuff that has to drive Coach Turkington nuts. You're a team that's 0-3 trying to get something positive. You had a good drive. Last time you had a penalty that put you back and then a couple of sacks. Now you get a pre-snap penalty again, and you're just not a team that can overcome that much backward yardage.
Well, and it was 2nd down and 5. Actually, 2nd down and 4.
Yep.
And so you move it back at 2nd down 9 after the really solid 6 yards that they got right before the end of the first quarter. Husselman on the pitch. He's got some room out there. Oh, but a nice
Close quickly.
Yes, it did. Oliver Walker bounced off of a blocker. Let's see if we got it. Or if, a little late. There you go.
And again, one of those plays where Walker's not blockable. I mean, he has that in him.
-2.
Yep. It looked like he had room. I was with you. It looks like he has room out there, and then Walker just comes in and closes that door quickly.
About that, I finally got a replay in. Ace.
See, you're getting better.
I know.
That's growth. Not counter growth.
No. I can't catch passes like him. Poker, back to pass, throws a deep one over the far side, and Hodges adjusts. There is a flag. Is this on Hodges or is this on
I think they're going to get
Smith?
this on Smith.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Again, adjusting to the underthrown ball.
Yes.
Hodges does it well.
Oh, but Baraboo's coming back. Oh, they called it offensive pass interference. That's such a 50-50 ball. I thought there was a lot of hand fighting for 2. I honestly thought that there really wasn't much of anything on that.
That is a tough call.
Yeah.
Unless there's something, we're a long way away, unless there was something that we didn't pick up on.
Right. As the ball was in the air.
Usually when it's 50-50 like that, you almost always see it go against the defense. So
I know.
Hodges, again, though, adjusting to the underthrown ball. Smith is going to have to be aware now. He's been hit on that twice. He's going to have to be aware that when the ball's coming his way, he's got to find the ball. He can't just play Smith.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, he can't just play Hodges.
Yep, that's right. They line up again over that far side. And this is 3rd down and a mile, 21. Poker back to pass. Has time. Throws right back out to Hodges. It's underthrown and intercepted by Smith. Dot the I at the 43-yard line.
And what did he do different that time, Joel? Located the ball in the air. Was able to find the ball, went and tracked it, and then made a beautiful catch along the sideline. You see him tap those toes. Looked like a catch you'd see on a Sunday. Good field position for the Riverhawks again. And what doomed Baraboo's drive? Pre-snap penalty, and then obviously the offensive pass interference. Right. And, you know, you're a team that has a lot of new parts, a lot of new players and new positions. These are things you got to work through.
Right. Poker, that's his first INT. Niles also has an INT on the year thrown by Baraboo. And so you switch it right back over. And the Central Riverhawks up by 7, 14-7 here in the second quarter. Hand off to Rude. Not much there. Good job by the Baraboo interior line. And wrapped up nicely by Caden Mars, a junior offensive line and defensive lineman. 6 foot 220. No gain. Don't say that very often with a Christian Rude run.
I was just going to say it. That's a credit to Baraboo because usually he gets at least 2 or 3 yards. Did a nice job there having multiple people getting to the ball and bringing them down.
And Mars went low.
Yep,
I think that's the other thing. You know, he got away from his block enough to wrap low. And 2nd down and 10. Service back to pass all day. Has Smith open. Oh, he just out of the reach.
Laundry all over the field.
Oh, you're right. There is a flag thrown at the 38-yard line on the near side. There's also another one at the 35-yard line at the near hash.
That's an ineligible lineman down the field because Service waited so long to throw that. Those linemen are working their way down the field, got too far down.
So they'll mark that off.
Did you happen to watch the play fake on that, Joel? And those of you at home, if you didn't, go back and watch because they gave a play fake to Rude. He had 3 guys that tried to tackle him as he was running without the ball. That's why Service had so much time, and that's why Reuben Smith was so wide open.
But it wouldn't have counted anyway because you have the ineligible lineman downfield. That's a 5-yard penalty. And puts it back at the 47. Swing pass out to Rude. Bounces off of one, broke one tackle, and wrapped up below with Wagner past the original line of scrimmage and to the 36-yard line, a gain of 11.
That's the play that they hit big against Reedsburg last week, that swing pass out to Rude.
You want to know how much it was last week?
Yeah.
67 yards.
67. Puts the defense in such a tough predicament because you're trying to cover the guys downfield, too. Right. And if you don't, then you have Rude catching in the backfield with a head of steam.
Yep. He bounced off one lineman.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's got 3 or 4 yards to get going.
Yep. That's only Rude's second catch. This is him on the carry. And I think he's short. Another great wrap up there. Drake Niles on a solo tackle. And a yard short. What did he get there?
3.
Yeah, because it's almost 1.5 for Central. They clearly going to go for this. Rude right up the middle. Falls forward to the 31 and got it. Gain of 3.
Nice job by the line there. Rude able to get past the stick before he was even touched.
Kind of went in between. Looked like Carey and Arntz.
Yep.
Right around that center right guard spot. On a first down. That was a big play, too. Keep the drive alive. Clock moves. We're under 9 minutes here in the second quarter. Thank you so much for tuning in here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. 14-7 our score. Ron Carter out there on the far side as a wide receiver. Not going to go that way. Rude. Looks and then throws to Gross. Who's wide open? Oh,
They're going to
no.
get him past the line.
Yep.
Flag came out right away. Rude pleading his case. He's not going to win it.
Remember, it's the 31-yard line.
That would be interesting to watch.
I don't have that because we're too far.
Yeah.
A legal forward pass.
Because the thing with that call is your whole body has to be past the line of scrimmage.
Right.
If you have any part on the line or behind the line, it's a legal pass. He definitely was close. I mean, and the official standing right on
I was going to say, can't really.
The line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Another 5-yard penalty. When it would have been a Growth touchdown and his 4th of the year.
We'll see if we see Central pull that out again later on in the game.
Yeah, or a
right
different
now.
game. Yeah. I don't think it'll be this one. Hand off to Foley. He bounces off to the 34-yard line, gain of 5. Or pardon me, 31. It went from the 36 to the 31. Excuse me.
Foley's definitely making his mark.
That was a nice run.
Game.
Yeah.
Couple nice runs he's had, and also the blocked field goal.
Right. That was a huge play way back at the first drive as Baraboo had it to start the first quarter and ran it got 12 plays on that drive.
Making an impact on all the phases of the game.
And Rude underneath. Nice catch by Growth. Little stutter step to the sideline and out of bounds. See where this is marked. Should be gaining about 15. Right to the 16-yard line. It is a pickup of 15 and another first down. Nice throw.
Baraboo going to have to make sure they're aware where Growth is. That's twice now we've seen him wide open. The one was on a kind of a halfback option pass with Rude throwing it. This one was just a flat-out route, and there wasn't a person within 3 yards of him.
That's one-on-one with Stelzer for Growth. Stelzer does shade away. Honestly, I think that's zone coverage. As Service takes on the handoff. Couple for him. But if you watch, I don't know how much we can get on the camera, but Stelzer is essentially just going out and kind of shading in one area. He's not necessarily lining directly up with Growth.
Well, and you can bet the Central coaches upstairs here are noticing that and going to try to exploit that.
Right. Second down and 9. Clock moves, 7 minutes. Central trying to add to their lead. Coming in with a 1-2 record, but 1-0 in conference play. Service. And he's gang tackled. Niles might have been in on that right away.
Well, it's Rude.
I know, Rude. Oh, pardon me. Mars in on that too. Yep.
they've done a pretty good job on Root. I know you got the big long touchdown, but
Right.
other than that, they've done a pretty good job on him so far.
Was that game 1?
That's what I gave him.
Yeah. 3rd down, a long 7. 2 wide receivers on this near side. It is Reuben Smith in the slot. Growth on the out. Service takes the snap. Looks to pass. All day to throw. Got to get rid of it. Now comes back to the near side. And there's nobody there. He has no one to throw to on that side, though. Service breaking tackle. Spinning move. Dives forward. Is he there? First down.
Wow,
to the 6-yard line. 8 yards. That's what he needed.
That's just pure individual effort. Nothing going on in the passing game. Went back. Opposite side of the field, was looking up. Kept his head up, looking for receivers to break open. Nobody did. Just put his head down, and they marked him short.
Are you serious?
They moved the ball back a yard.
7 then.
They moved the ball back a yard.
So much for my good call. Rude. 4th down and 1 for Central. Rude takes left side. No one over there, and he'll break a tackle and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Broke 2 tackles and then just hopscotched right into the end zone. Watch this. Whoop. Boy, he's such an asset to have on 3rd and 4th and short.
6 yards on that for Rude for the touchdown, and the PAT coming to make it a 2-touchdown lead for Central. It is a 2-score game no matter what. As Buxton will get ready. Still, I can't tell. Is it still raining out there? Hard to tell from our vantage point. I think it still is, but it's not as hard. Oh, look out. That was almost blocked. Buxton.
Puts it in anyway.
The pitching wedge goes in.
He had a lot of pressure coming from the outside there. Good job by him.
That is not going to work, Ray, because you're getting too much of a glare. He tried to zoom in on what he was trying to do is zoom in on the lights again, but the box next to us has their lights on, and so the glare, and all you're going to see is people. Let's not do that.
Can I do a live read?
I'll allow it.
Okay, good. Let's talk about the La Crosse Central Fall Dance Camp, the youth dance camp coming up on October 15th and October 16th, Wednesday and Thursday. Practice will be from 3:45 to 5:15 on those 2 days, and then you have the performance on Friday, October 17th, right here at UWL at halftime of the football game, and that will be broadcast live on the Central YouTube channel. All youth in the area invited to sign up, scan that QR code, and sign your youth up for the La Crosse Central Fall Youth Dance Camp. They do such a good job with those. Your kids will have all kinds of fun and will get a chance to perform in front of the crowd here at UWL.
Our local meteorologist behind us, Jack George, helping us out. He says, yes, it is still raining.
It is still raining. There you go. Oh, now we know.
Buxton on the tee. What in the world is that? Well, it's going to stay in.
Work.
Yeah.
Look at that. And
Oh,
the ball's
my.
loose.
Oh. 20, dropped around the 24.
Almost worked really well.
Yes, it did. I thought for sure that was going to hop, skip, and go out of bounds. That's what I was worried about when he kicked it. Thought he had it too hard. Husselman on the recovery at the 23.
Especially on the wet turf, you would think it'd skip, yeah.
That's what I was waiting for, was just to shoot it right out of bounds. That's why. That was pretty good, though.
Chuxton knows what he's doing.
That was a nice kick by Buxton.
Won the dodgeball tournament today during the assembly, too. The juniors did. Chuxton a part of that winning team. They were pretty excited. They beat the seniors and the staff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Why didn't you broadcast that?
I thought about it.
Husselman on a handoff. Flores hit him first and got a little help from his friends. Service in on that.
You had most of the equipment, that's why.
You had the equipment you needed.
Oh, Dad had it.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go.
I know I didn't have it.
5 yards for Husselman. I only took what I needed last night, and that was some of the stuff that you guys don't even use. I had backups last night. Husselman looking for a hole, found it, missed a tackle by the Riverhawks to the 35, 37-yard line. Another nice gain. 9 yards for Husselman on that. First down for Baraboo. And, boy, you think about it, Baraboo won the toss, elected to receive, had the blocked field goal, did respond the first time Central scored. They really need points here.
Yes, they do. Going into the half. Remember, Central receives coming out of the half, too.
Yes. Noah Hess was very late getting on the field for Central. They were not lined up.
Looked like he was in the neutral zone to me.
That's what I was wondering about. It was a flag, but instead, Husselman on the carry. 6 more. Yeah, I thought there should have been a flag because he came in so late.
Central defense needs to get a stop here, get the ball back for the offense, see if maybe they can pop another one.
Oh, boy.
Get a 3-score lead and the ball coming out, a chance to really put this game away if they can get a stop. On the other hand, Baraboo goes down and scores, and we got a ball game, Joel.
Agreed. This is an important drive for Baraboo. On the outside, Husselman shining away from one or two. Rude on that. Down underneath was Carter. He had the original contact, but at the 50-yard line, and another gain of 7.
Boy, he's a workhorse, his 16th carry so far in the game.
I like those stretch plays that they're doing for him, too. Get him out in space. He's able to find a hole, too. He has excellent vision, does Husselman.
One thing is he was a little buckled over in the huddle there. You hope he's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're using him a lot.
And again, handoff to him. Past the 50. 47. So 3.
And when you use a guy, 20 carries and a half, that's a lot of hits that start to accumulate after a while.
Hess in on that, as well as Martin. Martin coming out. Demarin Davis, starting offensive lineman, coming out on the defense. You can see the rotation. Central likes to use a lot of different defensive linemen. Get fresh out there. Central look like they're in the neutral zone again. Rude undercuts Husselman this time. Gain just 2. Big play. Under 3 minutes. Drive for Baraboo. You're down 21-7, sitting at 0-3, just trying to find a spark. Got one earlier with that big run by Husselman for 31 yards after Central scored.
Yeah, you score here, and Coach Turkington and the boys are going to be really excited heading into the half.
They are.
You got it a 1-score game and, overcame some adversity. This is such a huge drive in this game.
You're probably looking at two plays again, unless this is a negative play. This is where Baraboo has been kind of hurting themselves throughout the night with those penalty yards. Far side, this is Niles. Turns upfield, got a big hole on that far side, 30. Out bounds at the 29-yard line. 15 yards for him.
Great block on the edge. I think it was Arnold, the tight end, who cleared out a lane. We have a whistle. What do we got here?
Well, there was a Central Riverhawk a little slow of getting up. You know what? Give him more than 16. That was 18 yards. They moved that all the way to the 27-yard line.
And who carried it, Joel?
That was Niles. Number 7, Drake Niles, senior. On the year, he's had 1 throw. He's had 3 receptions, but that was his first carry, according to the notes I saw. That is Carter coming out, starting defensive back for Central. So a substitution. Looks like Foley's playing on the outside. Maybe something that Baraboo can exploit. Or at least maybe take a shot instead. Nope. Going right back inside. I'm going to make sure I get this as Rude with the tackle. Bewley also coming up to help out with that.
Was Husselman.
Yep. Just want to make sure.
Yep.
Gain of just 2. Clock moves. We don't have the 2-minute timeout or anything like that, like college and the NFL.
I like that sweep to the outside by Baraboo. You have Central looking inside for Husselman over and over and over. That run to the outside opens things up a little bit.
It does, and this is Husselman again. Great field vision. 20-15, first down, gain of 10. And it's just been Rude on these tackles, which is not what you want because he's one of the safeties.
Right, the hits accumulate for the defenders, too.
Right. Over and over again, you got to tackle the big body. 5'10", 190, Husselman. And it's not Dominai's 190. Husselman right back up to the middle, past the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 more.
Just smash mouth football, and it's working. Central unable to get a push up front.
There has not been a pass play. Nope. Poker has not thrown this ball at all, and Baraboo is also trying to go quickly because they're under a minute. They do have all 3 timeouts. In fact, so does Central. Handoff, Husselman. Oh, slipped down. Turf Monster. Lost 2 on that. And a helmet pops off of one of the linemen. That's Heinze. Caden will have to come off then. At a timeout by Baraboo. Well, it's a good timeout. You have to take it. 42 seconds left. What a drive here by the Baraboo Thunderbirds. I mean, this is coming out of the timeout. It'll be the 12th play of the drive.
And I like it, just popping you in the mouth. We're going to come right at you. They did a little bit to the outside, and, that really opens things up for Houston because now Central has to be aware of, a sweep to the outside or an end around going around, outside of the tackle box. And so you can't load up all of your guys in the tackle box to try and stop Houston. And as soon as you start going wide, then you just go right back to Houston in the middle. And, it's been a really nice drive. Good play calling by the T-Birds here.
Yeah, they're shifting things around, and you've got to move different directions. You got to make those linebackers kind of guess. That's what Coach Olson always talks about with playing discipline football. Make your assignment and just do your job, and everybody else should do theirs. But no throws, and I would not put this ball in the air again if I'm Baraboo. I would not do it.
You're having success.
Correct.
And you have the timeouts.
Right, exactly. Still got 2 timeouts. You got plenty to work with. Huselman on the pitch. Cuts back inside. He's close. Past the 5. He'll have the first down then for 4 more. And then you take your next timeout. Or do we have an injury timeout? Bewley was slow getting up.
Right, and that's going to benefit Baraboo. They're going to get a chance to have a timeout without taking one.
Yeah, because the official just pointed at himself saying that's an official timeout. That's on me.
Coach Olson saying, then why are they acting like it's a timeout?
Right. Now the white hat waves off.
Now we do have an official timeout by Baraboo. There you go.
Yep. So everybody will come over. 37 seconds left before halftime. At halftime, I'll talk a little bit about the college games that are coming up this weekend, as well as the NFL games that you'll see in our area.
Got a bunch of homecoming stuff to put on the air too, Joel.
Yes, we need to talk about that
Should have the band performing and should have royalty announced.
Yes, and Mr. Hansen told me right as they start halftime, he will be announcing that, so we will tune up the crowd mic and get you that. We'll also have stats and the drives from the first half. So we have a lot to get to over the course of halftime. I did go and ask him about what his lineup was for halftime. That's exactly what he said. We're doing court and all that right away. So he'll be going into his program. Poker, hands off. Huselman. Boy, he's in.
Look at that push.
Yes, right. I mean, he is definitely in. And a touchdown, 4 yards out. On the 13th play of the drive.
I think Baraboo's going to realize that in the second half they can do more of this. It keeps Central's offense off the field, keeps those big explosive plays from happening, and you just run it right up the gut and say, here we are, try and stop us.
And John Moon, the senior kicker, will come out to try and put this at a 7-point game. And Central, we have seen them score quickly in right before halftime. If you didn't watch that Ellsworth game, maybe go back and see the play. 2 of them. And Moon, I think he missed that. Oh, he got it. Okay.
Was that Foley again that almost got another one?
I believe it was. So 21-14. Yeah, halftime will be homecoming festivities. We'll certainly mention everything that's going on. You've hit on a couple of scores. Again, Sparta at Holman, Onalaska welcoming Reedsburg. Logan's on the road to Toma. Aquinas at GET. I also wrote down West Salem at Westby. So some of the schools that are right near our area.
I have some scores if you want them.
Sure, go ahead.
Reedsburg up 14-0 over Onalaska. Hillsboro beating Nacita 28-6 early in the second quarter. Halftime, Holman 17-0 over Sparta. And Bangor and Ithaca 8-0 Bangor at the half.
You say 17-0 Holman?
Yep. Royal beating Brookwood 14-8 at the half.
Holding Holman to 17 in the first half isn't so bad.
Yeah.
Some of them teams have been, Vikings have been super impressive so far on the year. We'll get to see them in a few weeks. Baraboo for next week. They will head back home and welcome Onalaska. Central is at Logan. That game against Holman will be October 10th, and the week prior to that, October 3rd, will be Baraboo against Holman. So if this goes out of bounds, this is another one out of bounds by Moon and 35-yard line.
That is not what you want to do. No time comes off the clock.
Correct.
Number one.
Central with all 3
position.
timeouts.
Yeah, and good field position, Joel.
Well, that's true, too. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
Oh, that's all right. 35-yard line. And you got 3 timeouts. Clock stops on a first down. Really a lot of time if Coach Olson wants to be aggressive here.
Correct. Well, Coach Colburn, be aggressive.
True. Yeah, he clarified that, didn't he?
He did. He made sure to mention, I've called one play and almost lost yardage, and I never said a word after that. Yeah, that's right.
Logan up 28-7 over Toma at the half. Logan having an impressive start to the season.
Yes, they are. It's going to be a tough game next week, but as you always say, the old cliche of throwing out the records. Don't like seeing Aaron Bewley down here on the bench being looked at by the trainers for the Riverhawks. That's a key defensive back who was out. Rudrid back to pass, throws, and Groth had to go down to get it. They give him the first down just barely, but I think Olson took a timeout anyway. It was a gain right at 10 and moving the sticks, but man, if Rudrid got that in the air up high, Groth had some room. Is that Gross' first catch?
Second.
Okay.
He had a 15-yarder.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Mr. Hanson and the PA announcing, hey, if you're part of the homecoming court, get ready. Be down there, get set.
Aquinas ahead 34-8.
They've been super impressive
Yeah, they
again
have.
there, too.
Who are they playing? Who do we have them against?
I had them against GET, I
there
believe.
you go.
Yep. At GET.
Joel Leinfelder sent me that score. Joel always takes care of us on the scores.
Yeah, he
Appreciate it,
does.
Joel.
He's a loyal listener.
He is. West Salem 35-0 over Westby.
That's another one I just mentioned.
Yep.
So, he is a loyal friend and true, as
He is. He's
Bob Barker would say. I got
all over it.
I got a Price is Right reference in last night too.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did. Rudrid back to pass. Pocket does not hold, but he takes off. Spin move, and we have a flag thrown back in the backfield, and we got a Baraboo lineman down. That's the one we didn't have. Number 55 not getting back up. And we got to check the flag, too. Rudrid ran to the 49, but it's a holding penalty on Central.
This injury does not look like a cramp. I think he was holding his knee or ankle.
Yeah, I know.
Don't like to see that.
No. And the Baraboo defense on the knees, too, hoping for the best. Again, I can't even announce the young man because he's not in the program tonight. And so Central and Baraboo 21-14, our score.
This one might be a little bit of a delay, Joel. I think they're not going to get him up real quick.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, we'll take a timeout and come back here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel.
Matthew Construction Company is proud to be a Riverhawk community sponsor. Matthew Construction Company is a family-owned asphalt contractor and major supplier of aggregates. Throughout the Midwest, the company plans and completes road construction projects such as asphalt highways, driveways, and parking lots. Beyond the road, Matthew offers additional career opportunities. For example, at its highly specialized research and development facility located in Onalaska, the company's team of top chemists and engineers conducts industry-leading research to continually improve the performances of its products and develop sustainable green technologies. Whether in the lab, office, or out on the roads, Matthew Construction Company aims to inspire the next generation of innovative thinkers. Learn more about the diverse career opportunities in legal, HR, research and technology, accounting, environmental services, engineering, operations management, safety, and more at www.matthew.com.
The good news is that the young man for Baraboo was able to put some weight on both legs to get off the field on his own power. Be looked at over on that far side. We wish him the best of luck. And hopefully nothing serious for him. Central, after the holding penalty, has the ball back at their own 35-yard line with just, the clock's running. So this is just going to run out.
Central go into the locker room up 7 and getting the ball out of the half. I think that's what dictated that decision.
Yeah, probably. Baraboo had one the toss and elected to receive. So 21-14 at half. I'm going to get through just the touchdowns real quickly. Central scored first, 2 plays, 44-yard TD run by Rude to make it 7-7. Baraboo responded 3 plays, 31 yards by Husselman to tie it 7-7. Central on 1 play on their third drive, 51 yards for service, 14-7. Central had an interception by Smith, and then Rude scored 6 yards out on a 10-play drive to make it 21-7. And right before half, Baraboo cashes in on a drive that had 13 plays with 4 yards for Husselman. So he has 2 touchdowns on the night. Rude with 1, service with 1. Rude with 2, service with 1. Mr. Hanson, are you ready to roll over there? Please turn up microphone 3. We can get him in just a moment.
A lot of coordination goes on for this. So
I was going to say, it's all down below, and so then
you got to get the coaches going off the field first.
Well, and the officials.
And the officials.
Yeah, that's very true. We'll probably bring you back up to the booth at some point, too, in the half.
You got a lot of plans for the half.
I do. I like halftime when we have things to do. I don't like halftime when it's just us scrambling around. Now it looks like the homecoming court is coming out, so there, Ray's getting a shot of them coming on. Do I know some of these homecoming court kids or not really?
I don't think so.
Okay. Thanks to all 121 of you for tuning in live on our Central Riverhawk YouTube stream. Appreciate you and what we're able to bring to you tonight. We also have 5 likes tonight. You know, we never mentioned the likes because I'm not sitting here.
Smash that like button.
That's right. You used to say that a lot. We kind of leave that alone now, but we appreciate it. And we hope that the coverage for you, if you are a Thunderbird fan, and at least you're enjoying it as well. And we're trying not to be too big a homers up here. I give credit where credit is.
55's name. That's what we're upset about.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to see if they're. I'm going to look over at the program once we do send it to Mr. Hanson and see if there is a 55. I could also ask maybe one of the coaches aren't up here anymore, though, are they? They've already left. But, yeah, I was going to try and get that, too. There we go. Okay, pot up 3 and let Mr. Hanson take over.
Homecoming court, starting with Max Albert, escorted by Terrence Kate and Tim Albert. Lily Christopherson and Alice Welker, with Lily Christopherson's parents, Brandon and Anna Princeton. Brooklyn Herald, escorted by Robert Herald and brother Wyatt Herald. Aiden Schulte, escorted by his parents, Tina and Evan Schulte. Jake Steger and his dad, Eric Steger. Atlas Mackey, escorted by stepmom and dad Mackey and Jacob Mackey and mom Kimberly Young. Logan Soder, escorted by his parents Lynn and Ryan Soder. And finally, this year's royalty, Sierra Taylor and her parents Amanda and James Taylor. And Kareem Mohammed and his mom Ebony Hyder. Congratulations to the 2025 Central High School homecoming court. Let's give them one more round of applause. Central Band will not be performing tonight. I would like to announce that Central's hardworking YouTube channel is looking for sponsors for the current season as well as future seasons. If you or your company are interested in sponsoring an ad on YouTube, contact Mr. Nami George at Central. Thank you to the Central YouTube channel for your dedication to Central activities, and thank you to this year's sponsors. What?
We appreciate Mr. Hanson with the homecoming court and announcing everything off the PA and able to pick him up. We don't have the microphone that taps directly into him like we do for basketball, but at least you were able to hear the names. Get everything. Yeah, I know. It's tough. But our setup just does not allow us to tap into the board here at UWL. But that's okay. We got everything out there as much as we could. And Nami, do you have halftime stats? Because I already pretty much ran through everything. That blocked field goal by Wyatt Foley setting up Central, and then I ran through with Rude's touchdowns, service touchdowns, and Husselman touchdowns. The end of the half, here we are, 21-14.
How about Husselman for Baraboo? 24 carries in the first half, 158 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
You want to talk about taking over a half. Poker had 4 carries for 3 yards. Niles had the 1 carry on the sweep or the end around for 18 yards. Poker had 30 yards passing. He was 2 for 5, also had an interception in there.
Right.
And Hodgers had 2 catches for 30 yards, had another one that was called back on the pass interference.
Right, offensive pass interference.
Offensive pass interference. For the Riverhawks, Rude. Now, I'll tell you, 65 yards on 7 carries, but 47 of them came on one play.
Yes.
And so you talk about Baraboo doing work defensively on Rude. They've hemmed him in pretty good. We know how prolific he is with the ball. Foley, 2 carries for 11 yards, and Service with 3 carries for 60 yards. But remember, one of those was a 52-yard touchdown. So it's big plays for Central, but trying to keep the sticks moving, not really happening. Baraboo doing a good job defensively so far. Service was 2 for 3 passing for 26 yards. Rude was 1 for 1 passing for 10 yards. And receiving, Rude caught a pass for 11 yards, and Groth caught 2 passes for 25 yards. Rude with the 2 touchdowns.
Right. Well, and then Service with 1.
Service with 1. There you go.
Yep. And that's it for your stats. Thank you so much, Nami. I think I hit on a couple of things. I already said boys and girls cross country at Luther College tomorrow, 9 a.m. The homecoming dance tomorrow is at 7 to 10 p.m. at Sutton Gymnasium. So kids, go out, bust a move, but be safe and smart. That's the main thing.
People might be wondering why we haven't had any interviews up. Still working through. We got some type of setting on our YouTube channel not allowing us to upload videos. I got the district working on it, trying to figure out where the problem is.
Yes.
So hopefully we can get back to that. I have all kinds of kids I want to talk to.
I know.
Haven't been able to do it. Just can't figure out what the issue is. It's a setting, Joel. I'm telling you, it's a setting. But
it is, and I couldn't figure it out either. I ended up going kind of a back way in to get the video up with Coach Olson in our fireside chat, planning to have 2 more interviews next week along with Coach Olson. So I was planning on kind of a big week of interviews. We hope that gets rectified and that we can move forward with our interviews for you, for the kids, the student athletes, and for me with the coaching staff.
At least I got somebody on it now. We got somebody's attention, so
correct.
Hopefully.
Well, how about we hit the college and NFL games this weekend? Obviously, the big one around our area was the NFL game last night, and the Packers ended up beating Washington.
They look sharp.
They did.
They look really good.
They did. That's what I heard. I didn't watch any of that game. Wisconsin at Alabama, 11 a.m. on ABC. So that starts you off tomorrow. Number 6, Georgia is at number 15, Tennessee. That's at 2:30 on ABC. How about this? Number 5, Miami, taking on number 18, USF. And that game is on CW.
Oh, really?
The CW network gets a big one in the tomorrow afternoon. Number 16 Texas A&M is at number 8 Notre Dame. That's at 6:30 on NBC. And then I want to make mention of the Minnesota Gophers. They are at California tomorrow night. That starts at 9:30. So you got to stay up late to watch the Gophers on ESPN.
Hopefully you get the CW because that game is really important for both those teams. USF has been, they upset Florida. Yeah, they upset Florida last week. Miami cannot feel, like they're going to go in there and blow USF out. That's going to be a battle.
Did you notice I didn't mention Iowa State?
I did. I'm proud
So
of you.
yes,
Yeah.
they didn't have a big game. I will be watching them, but they don't have a big game. And then in our area for the NFL, I looked it up. The first game at noon was Buffalo at New York Jets. No idea why we get that game here in Wisconsin, but we do. It's a CBS noon. Nance and Romo are on that call. Chicago is at Detroit. Fox noon. Joe Davis, Greg Olson. And then Philadelphia at Kansas City on Fox at 3:15 is Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady. That is a national broadcast. There's no other football game happening at 3:15 on Sunday other than Philadelphia at Kansas City. And then the Sunday night game is Minnesota hosting Atlanta. You can find that on NBC with Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth.
Nobody cares about the NFL, Joel.
You're just sad about your Dolphins and how terrible they looked last week. There's a lot of season, Nami, and they can look terrible for the whole season.
They probably will. Nobody cares about the NFL. Let's just talk about college football and move on.
Well, I was happy, with the Iowa State Cyclones and getting their win last week, and hopefully keep moving forward in the Big 12. But yeah, I think they play like Arkansas State or something. So, and we're on the road. We're traveling over the weekend, so I probably won't even get to watch much of college football on Saturday. And since we'll be traveling back on Sunday, I probably won't get to see much of the NFL either. But I'll keep tabs on scores and stuff. But I am really looking forward to that Miami game. I was kind of hoping that I would get a chance to watch some of that. But I think that's like right when the birthday party is. This weekend, so I will be bowling, I think.
Have to follow it on your phone a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm excited over that one. That's kind of interesting when you got a team that kind of comes out of nowhere on the rise. And I do think that Wisconsin-Alabama game is something that people should be penciling in because Alabama hasn't looked that sharp yet this season. So
in Division III, UWL opens their season tomorrow on the road at Carnegie Mellon. That's a big matchup. That's two ranked teams. Talk about starting the season with a big game right away. UWL going on the road. That's going to be fun to watch. St. Norbert on the road going into the WIAC to take on Stevens Point on Saturday. And then the JV plays against Ripon College on Sunday, so I'll get a chance to go see Zach play on Sunday.
Yeah, you might want to clarify that he is on the St. Norbert team.
He's on the St. Norbert team. He is.
Yeah, you might want to mention that.
Yeah, they play against Ripon on Sunday, so we will get a chance to watch
there you
him
go.
play.
You're going to travel this weekend,
so,
too.
We're traveling on
Safe
Sunday.
travels to you and your family as you'll be out and about. And then next week, we are kind of a little quiet for next week on the YouTube channel. Nami and I are going to get to call boys soccer together against Logan on Tuesday night. That'll be here on the YouTube channel because the volleyball girls are at Aquinas, 5:37 p.m. at Aquinas. So that's JV varsity. We will cover the boys soccer match on the pitch, 7 o'clock Tuesday. Hopefully, we don't have those internet issues that I know you had against Onalaska or at Onalaska last night because you were there, you covered the game. The video was very choppy.
An exciting game, and nobody could see it. So,
I know.
But we have some new gear. We're going to try it out. There might be some growing pains with it, but I promise you we're working on it. I know everybody tells me, hey, we couldn't really watch the game. I know, we're working on it. Trying to find a solution. We think we might have an answer.
Well, and you haven't had those issues at Field for Kids.
No, we have not. But
so hopefully it'll be better there.
I don't know. That seems to be a this year issue. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. We had hotspot issues up at Ellsworth as well. So hopefully those get clarified. And we better hit our sponsors one final time as the boys take the field. We'll be coming back. 21-14 Central leads at halftime.
Matthew Construction Company is proud to be a Riverhawk community sponsor. Matthew Construction Company is a family-owned asphalt contractor and major supplier of aggregates. Throughout the Midwest, the company plans and completes road construction projects such as asphalt highways, driveways, and parking lots. Beyond the road, Matthew offers additional career opportunities. For example, at its highly specialized research and development facility located in Onalaska, the company's team of top chemists and engineers conducts industry-leading research to continually improve the performances of its products and develop sustainable green technologies. Whether in the lab, office, or out on the roads, Matthew Construction Company aims to inspire the next generation of innovative thinkers. Learn more about the diverse career opportunities in legal, HR, research and technology, accounting, environmental services, engineering, operations management, safety, and more at www.mathy.com.
Don't miss a moment of the action. Be sure to follow the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, search Central Riverhawks YouTube, and on Instagram, search Central Riverhawks Live.
We're back. There you see the rain coming down pretty hard, 21-14 here at UWL Veterans Memorial Field. And the rain hitting hard now. The umbrella's out below us. Half the student section has run for the hills.
Going to make passing the ball really difficult here in the second half.
Luckily, neither one of these teams have really done much of that.
Right.
As Baraboo and Central, 21-14 Central up.
Keep an eye on that turf and how slick it gets. It's
And
now
that's the other thing.
Second rain shower.
Yes. Smith back at the 5-yard line, awaiting this kickoff by Moon as we start the second half. That was a fun first half.
It was.
These two teams battling hard.
I give Baraboo a lot of credit. They had chances there to hang their heads and cash it in, and they did not do that.
Moon kicks to the 4-yard line, and that's where Smith will get it. He tries to go to the far side, cut back to the middle.
Yeah, there we go.
And could not cut back in because of the turf. He drops at the 19. And that's where Central will start. 11:53 on the clock, third quarter.
Good kickoff there by Moon, and it puts Central deep. Not great starting position, and we're going to see that slipping when guys try to cut for the rest of the game, Joel.
This is by far the worst field position for Central in the first half. 48 of their own, 35 own, 49 own, and the 42 of Baraboo's. So, yes, you are exactly right. Lot of field in front of the Central Riverhawks. And look at this set. They go trips to this near side. Service is the one that's closest to the line of scrimmage. And Rude tripped up in the backfield. Excellent play by Husselman. And a loss of 3.
We've seen Rude get Husselman a couple times. When he's running the ball this time, Husselman returns the favor. Those are 2 heavyweights going at it.
By the way, I do want to make mention of the 55 for Baraboo. I did try to go over to the coaching staff as well. They were already down, and there is not one in the program. So I just want to stress that we cannot get an update on that young man. It looks like Service will take over for the quarterback duties on this snap as the Riverhawks have it back on their own 16-yard line.
Switched.
Oh, yes, they did. So Rude takes, and really nowhere to go there. That's 0. And Gabriel Arnold. Better not call him Gabe. I don't know him that well. But he knows Rude now.
So 9 carries for Rude so far.
Stuffed on that for 0.
2 of them for 0. 1 for negative yardage. 1 for only a yard. We just don't see that with him.
No.
Credit Baraboo.
Correct. Rude in shotgun. 3 to the far side. He'll roll out that far side. Looks. Service was the first. Oh, and Rude popped the ball loose on him.
Fortunate that went out of bounds.
Yes, because this would have been really great field position for Baraboo.
It's going to be anyway.
Niles coming in on that hit, as well as Hodges. And a 3 and out. What did you give him? A yard?
3 yards.
3 yards?
It was,
oh, yeah.
It was 3rd and 13.
Yep, 3.
Boy, lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Give Baraboo a short field.
Yeah, they're going to get this on the plus side of the field, assuming everything goes right on this operation.
Baraboo 0-3. Lost to Sauk Prairie 21-0. Lost to Portage 14-26. Last week only got 8 points against Toma. They have certainly rectified some of their mistakes on the year. Growth. Got it off.
Oh, what a bounce.
And yes, got a great bounce. That was kind of an end over end, but it didn't go very high. But all the way to the 32-yard line. You'll take that if you're Central.
Nice job by Growth. I was thinking they were going to get a 50-yard line or better. Instead, they go all the way back near the 30-yard line.
Well, it was luckily enough when it was spinning like that end over end, it hit and went forward.
The correct way,
and, and kept spinning. That kind of a top spin continue. And so Baraboo will come back out. Down by 7. They huddle up quickly, too. High back formation, as they have been all night. Husselman, far side, and he's got a lot of room. Bewley can't get him on the first tackle. Near the 50-yard line, he'll be short of it to the 47. And a gain of 15, yes.
Central, no answer right now defensively for Husselman. And Coach Turkington doing the right thing. Keep feeding them.
Yep.
Right? Make them stop them.
Yep. As he had a negative play.
You know, Joel, I don't think so.
As I say.
He does have 1 carry for negative 2 yards. I think it was one he slipped on.
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah, he fell. Husselman on this spins towards the 50. Wrapped up below. Looks like maybe Arntz on that tackle. Yes. Calvin. But it's an interior line. Nami, the first contact needs to be the interior line. They have not been able to bounce off many of the offensive linemen for Baraboo to get some contact on him.
Offensive line getting a huge push.
And again, just straight ahead to the 48. The other side of the field, 3 more. 3rd down and 5. That's a big play for the Central Riverhawk defense.
And they had a couple of these on that last drive before the half, and Baraboo was able to keep moving the chains. And again, that keeps your offense off the field, keeps your playmakers from busting out those 50-yard runs.
Central has moved so many around that Rude is down here playing corner, and that hurts them as well because then you don't have him able to tackle and get in quickly. It's Husselman crossing the 45, 43, and a first down. 42, in fact. So 6 more and a first down. You know, that really takes a guy that you hit on with. He has 16 solo tackles, this Rude. Right. 5.5 tackles for loss on the year. The most out of anyone on this team. And, in fact, he has 1/3 of the tackles for loss on the season. Central only has 15 total tackles for loss, and Rudrud with 5.5.
You're right. I'm sure he can play the boundary real well, but that doesn't help the team in the best way, I don't think.
And this is Niles, and he is wrapped up, and this will be a tackle for loss. Great job on the interior that time. Arndt's in on that. I see Brody Hack coming in to help. And a loss of 3.
One of the few times we've seen the defensive line get some penetration and get through the offensive line blocks.
And that first, again, I talk about that first contact to make. Harold Knockman's also had a really nice play earlier in the year, or in this ball game too, for a loss. Going to Niles, wide. Bewley going low. Niles still made it past the original line of scrimmage somehow. Picked up close to 4, and a really big 3rd down.
Bewley a little shaken up. Kind of was a heat-seeking missile there.
Yes. Cashton LaRue coming in for Flores. So you take a defensive lineman out.
Put in a DB expecting a pass situation.
Right, because it's 3rd down and 9 for Baraboo. They have to get to the 32-yard line.
Boy, I'd go, if I'm Baraboo, I'd go to Houston again. I mean, it's 4-down territory.
I'm thinking the same thing.
You got to get about half of it here to give yourself a chance.
Yep. And that's exactly where they go. There is a little bit of room to squeak through the right side.
And there is, you're getting half of it.
37, yep. They got 4.
And I'd go right back to it.
Yep. Huge play in this game. 6.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. We know how long Baraboo had the ball early. They had a drive of 12 plays and 13 plays. Got nothing on that first drive. That was the first drive of the game that went 12. 13 was pay dirt.
Ooh.
And not going to get there. Carter up high on the tackle, and helping him out was Arntz again.
What a play by Karan Carter, flying from that linebacker position. Got a hold of the shoulder pads, gets the stop, and the turnover on downs for the Riverhawks.
Boy, they gave him 3 yards on that. I didn't think he even got that.
Did he stay on his feet after the initial hit?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So you look at it, and he's really only 1.5 yards short.
Yeah.
When it looked like that play was completely blown up. Central will take it at their own 34-yard line.
Offense needs to put together a drive here. Get up 2 scores. You can't have this be a 1-score game for long, because we know Baraboo can grind out a possession and take it down the field. They did it at the end of the first half.
Right. Service. That snap was a little off. And coming on this near side is Reuben Smith, and there ain't much there. Niles in on that tackle, helping him out. Stelzer, 1 yard on the stretch play.
Trying to test the boundaries, and Baraboo equal to the task.
They were ready for that.
Yeah, able to stretch out the defense and make a play.
Did we mention that Central has 15 tackles for losses total? Baraboo, 3 on the year. Not a lot of big plays behind the line of scrimmage. They've had a lot of solo tackles, but you got to come up with some plays. Rude. This time wiggles through, just finding a small opening for, well, the official moved.
Doing the Cupid shuffle over on the sideline there.
To the left. If he starts Snoopy dancing, then we're in trouble. 3, 2.
I'm going to give him 3.
3, yeah, because it's 3rd down and 6 then.
Still just a short gain for Rudrud.
Cupid shuffle. Service, play fake, has a man. Growth, underthrown and picked off by Niles. Oh, he had Growth open too.
Tried to kind of flare it up over the top, and Niles able to jump up, get his mitts on it. Makes a nice play, and now Baraboo with excellent field position. Not what the Central offense needed there on that drive.
No, there was a open man with Growth. Service his second INT on the season, and Niles is second for Baraboo.
What do we have here?
I'm not sure. I could hear some of the coaches, in fact, with our crowd mic saying, get off the field. I'm not sure. We'll clarify it in just a second.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
There goes Husselman. They had a 30-second timeout for some reason, and then Husselman takes it all the way down to the 14-yard. Oh, they moved it back to the 16-yard line. 23 yards. Try to get it back in time. I apologize for missing a little bit of that. Thought the break was going to be a little bit longer. Of course, Baraboo does not waste a lot of time at the line of scrimmage. And they go again. Husselman on the carry. Oh, he had a hole on the outside. Cut back into the inside. Past the 10 to
Still
the 8.
picked up 8 yards on it.
Yes, he did.
Central's defensive line just not getting any type of penetration. Give credit to the offensive line of the Thunderbirds. They've neutralized the defensive line for the Riverhawks.
And you're essentially balanced with the turnovers, 1 INT each in the game. Points off turnovers, huge. Husselman right side, bounces away. Got away from Rude and scores. 8 yards out. Hat trick for Husselman.
On his 33rd carry of the game. A true workhorse.
Oh, yes. Did that, man. A steak.
And an ice bath.
Yes. At the same time.
All important extra point coming up. We've seen Foley get close. He got the field goal earlier. He's been close on the extra points.
Correct.
Yep. If he can get a good get off here.
As Moon will line it up. Not that time. And no good, though. Sliced it to the left.
Moon thinks it was good. He's holding his hands up, looking around. He thought it went through. Officials disagree, and they're the ones that matter.
You know, the small flags up on the goalpost are moving a little bit. The flag over to our right, though, still. We'll take a timeout.
The Central Booster Club is excited to work with you this school year. The Booster Club's mission is to promote and help finance the over 50 official Central co-curricular activities through fundraising efforts. Booster Club meetings are held in the Central Commons on the second Monday of each month during the school year. If you can't attend meetings, you can still help by volunteering at the school store and other events. With so many budget cuts, the role of the Booster Club has become even more important in supporting all Central activities. Sign up to stay updated on Booster Club activities by clicking the QR code. Go Riverhawks!
(21-20), our score, as Baraboo misses the extra point after a 3-play drive, 23-8-8, following that INT by Niles, his second on the season for Baraboo. And this 0-3 team, sitting at 0-1 in the conference, has put Central on its heels here in the third quarter.
Yeah, give Baraboo a lot of credit. They've come back and defensively been able to get some stops, got the turnover, and offensively just smash mouth, punchy in the face football. Central not responding yet.
Central clinging to the 1-point lead. We'll get a second chance, a third chance with the ball here. A punt and an INT. Smith has to catch it right before out of bounds. Turns upfield, got a little bit of a room. Got a bigger hole. Oh, he tripped himself up.
And had a hole there.
Oh, the turf monster got him because he might have been still running down at the 32.
Things looked like they were opening up.
Right. Come on, give him to the 33. He hydroplaned to the 33. 3:43 to play. Third quarter. Then what do we get to? The money quarter.
And it's going to be the money quarter tonight.
It is. That is for sure. It was against Ellsworth as well as Central. I mentioned Baraboo 0-3. Central 1-2. They did get the win 35-28 at Reedsburg last week. Conference game's so important. Service keeps, and he busts through again, heading for the end zone. No one gonna catch him. He scored earlier on the same play from 51. This time it's 68.
Oh, my goodness, right when they needed it most. And did you see his speed explosion? Got to the 40-yard line and outran the D-backs. There was nobody going to catch him. What an explosive play. $67 yards, huh, Joel?
68.
68.
They marked it at the 32.
You're right.
Thank you. I'll put that on me or on repeat. Put that in our hot keys. We haven't used those this year yet.
We wouldn't be able to use that one often enough.
But that's not true. And now we got a flag.
Coaches are hot.
It did look like there was some movement, but I thought Baraboo kind of shifted first and moved towards the line of scrimmage. This is an interesting call.
That might be what the discussion's about.
But it's hard at our vantage point to know was that, and that's who they called on, is Baraboo.
They call it illegal procedure against Baraboo.
Well, again, I think somebody moved forward.
But still, wouldn't that be offsides? I'm wondering if somebody hit the ball.
Oh, that could have been, yeah.
Maybe on one of their shifts when
yes,
they're
that might have been
side
it.
to side,
Yeah, touch the ball.
And what does that do then? So that moves it to the 1 yard line. Central might choose to go for 2.
They are going for 2.
And that would make it a 2-score game.
Right.
Boy, that could be a big point in this game.
Yes. Literally a point differential to,
Yeah.
from a 1 to a 2-score game. I know you didn't mean it that way, but still.
Maybe I did.
No, you didn't. You're not that good. Rude takes off on the far side, bouncing off everybody, and in for 2.
Well, he has to work for everything, doesn't he? That's
Yes,
a big
he
one
did.
there. So the penalty allows Central to go for 2 and now make it a 2-score game.
29-20 our score. Alumni Association, you're one of our great sponsors.
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
Central Riverhawks in 11 seconds. Service ran 68 yards for a touchdown, and that one penalty, the illegal procedure on the defense, right before the PAT, gave Central an opportunity to go for 2. Rude gets in, 29-20, 3:32 to play before the money quarter, the fourth quarter.
And that's the thing about the Central offense. They can score quick. We saw it at Ellsworth. They went down the field in, 28 seconds?
Yep, right before half.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of 1-2 play drives. They have the skill position players to do that.
They've had 2 one-play drives.
Which makes it so frustrating when you see them go 3 and out.
Right, that's true too.
Or turn the ball over.
Buxton with the short kick. Hodges on the return to the 43-yard line. Pretty good field position again for Baraboo at 3:28 to play in the third quarter. Any other score updates, as we do have MVC matchups of Sparta at Holman on Alaska hosting Reedsburg and Logan at Toma?
Royal just took the lead over Brookwood 20-15. 4:37 left to go in the third quarter there. Bangor 16, Ithaca 8 at the end of 3. Reedsburg 26, Onalaska 7 in the third quarter.
Hilltopper's kind of struggling this year so far too.
They got beat on a trick play last week.
Yeah, that's true. Husselman. A halfback pass that went 60-plus yards, was it not? As Husselman for a few. Give him 4. I got to see the local news had that for the coverage of that one last play, desperation play.
Coach Olson going to try to go to sleep tonight, and he's going to see Husselman running through his head.
Right. I think some of the Central Riverhawk defenders might too. As it's him again. And look at him charge through. We got a flag as well. This is close to the yard marker.
So A really late flag.
Yes, it was. Was this 6 and a first down? I think they might be giving it to him, but then the flag thrown, Nami hit on it. Huselman is already on the ground by the time the flag is thrown. So is this after the play or before the play is ruled dead? Baraboo already walking backwards. This is where we need our wireless mic.
Yeah, I wonder what this call is.
Well, there's been no signal yet from the white hat. Telling you, we got to get that. I'm so excited for our new equipment to arrive.
Yep.
How can it be a false start?
Yeah, illegal procedure again.
Yeah, again.
And I'm not sure what that would be.
But why did the play happen then?
And why was the flag that late? Unless, I don't know. I don't know that.
Somebody lined up wrong or something.
We need Jeremy, our rules expert, to text me and tell me what that was.
But then they didn't mark it backwards.
Well, they moved it back.
From where Huselman had the ball.
Yeah, so it was illegal procedure during the play or after the play. I don't know what that was.
2nd down and 5 or 6.
Jeremy Hansen calling out to you. Let me know on that one.
Huselman on the carry. He's right at the sticks. This is literally the same play. This is not a replay.
They calling him short? They are.
5 3/4.
I thought he had it.
I thought he had it. That ball looks like it's touching the 42.
Yeah.
I would have, we've seen it even a little further than that. Than most of the time they move the sticks. This is Porker on the QB carry, and just a sneak for 2 then in the first down. That was odd. I'm surprised. Yeah, I don't understand the penalty when there's no penalty yards.
Right. I'll get clarification on it this week from the coaches, but
right,
if they even know.
Right. That's the thing. Like, we could talk to Coach Olson later on our fireside chat, but
doesn't help us now, does it?
No, it doesn't. And even if we would have had the wireless mic, they still wouldn't have been able to explain it.
Right.
Huselman pounds through the line of scrimmage. Bounced off 1. Rude on the tackle along with Carter. And a gain of 2. One of the shorter gains Huselman has had. 2nd down and 8. Clock moves. We're nearing a minute left in the third quarter. 29-20.
Why was that extra point, that 2-point conversion so big? Baraboo takes a while to score. Their drives are long, plodding drives.
Correct. Huselman gang tackled at the 37. He's 2 yards short.
So if they can keep it a 1-score game, they feel like they have a pretty good shot. The problem, if it gets more than 2 or 3 scores, it's going to be really hard for them.
Right. And I'm sure that has happened. I mean, they were down 12-0 last week. The Toma at halftime, now that doesn't seem like a big hole.
But when you depend on 14-play drives, it does.
It does, yeah. And Huselman on the far side. First down, past the 30, 29. Give him 8. Another first down.
He's nearing 40 carries in this game, Joel.
Jeez. And on the season coming in, 52 for 222 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's going to eclipse both of those.
Right. He's got 3 touchdowns tonight.
So all 3, the yardage, the carries, and they're going to let it run out.
They are. Yeah. Yardage, carries, and touchdowns. He'll double everything. Yep. By the end of it, they'll flip sides, and fourth quarter coming up here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin, and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
Fourth quarter, I call it the money quarter. 29-20 our score as the Central Riverhawks lead by 9 over Baraboo. Mississippi Valley Conference action here at Veterans Memorial Field on the campus of UWL in La Crosse. Huge game in the conference. We just found out a score update, and we're going to get you to that one in just a second with Holman and Sparta. That one not as close as this one. As Husselman, it's been his game for Baraboo. He gains another 3. We have a lineman down for Baraboo. That's never good. As number 51, that's Javier Garcia on the field.
Slams his hand on the turf. That's never good. Oh, looks maybe like it's a cramp. That's okay then.
Well, those can hurt, Nami.
I know they can hurt, but that's something that you can
Right.
get back in the game with.
Score update.
Yeah, so remember it was Holman 17-0 at half over Sparta. That has gone awry for the Spartans. 45-0 at the end of the third. The Vikings putting on a show. Offensively, Logan 42-14 over Toma. And then Reedsburg 26, Alaska 7 in the third.
So those are your 3 score updates for the MVC. We talked about the standings earlier before you get to a couple other ones. Holman, Logan, Central, and Toma all 1-0. On Alaska, Reedsburg, Sparta, Baraboo all 0-1.
I only got one more, and it's Brookwood over Royal. And that score is 23-20 early in the fourth quarter. Close game there.
That one's been back and forth. You've had a couple score updates on that throughout the night. I don't remember what division that is. Is that 4?
Yeah, 4 or 5, I would say, yeah.
Well, good to see that Javier Garcia, the senior lineman, coming off the field. That was another guy. He was not in the starting lineup either. So
yeah, those cramps hurt. Got to work it out and probably hurt all night long, but
right.
Not an injury that's going to keep you out for a long time.
No, he should be able to come back in a play or two, hopefully. But Baraboo is running so many different guys for their offensive line. Rudrid shot the gap, just didn't quite get Husselman, but he got enough of him to slow him down through the hole, and Husselman, no gain on that.
You've not said that very much tonight, Joel.
That is for sure. That has not been on repeat.
Nope.
3rd down and 8.
Central needs a stop here. Again, I'd go Husselman, try and get half of it just like they've done all game.
Yep.
No. Throw it.
Poker back to throw over on the far side. Knocked away. Foley over on that far side for the coverage, I believe.
Great coverage on the boundary there. Foley step for step with the receiver.
Zoom in on that. Ray, is that number 9? Talking to the official. Keep going. I got to get this. Keep going, keep going, keep going. That's what I thought. That is not number 9, Foley. That is Josiah Dix. Number 8. Is it not?
No, it's not. Josiah's.
Oh, yeah,
real
he's
tall.
a lineman, though.
Josiah's real tall. It is 9. It's Foley.
It is, but boy, that bleeding together, isn't it?
Foley's had a really good game.
He
He's
has.
been flying on the edge on special teams.
That's right. Josiah's 6'7". That's Foley's not that tall.
No. But, man, step for step, they tried to catch him on the fly pattern on the outside.
And the intended target over on that far side was Stelzer, and he was shaken up afterwards on the sideline. You wonder if he was cramping. Well, you got to remember one thing about our weather. The last 2.5 to 3 weeks, we've really been in fall.
Yep.
The highs have been barely into the 70s, and we've sparked back up to the high 80s today. Going to get hotter over the weekend.
It was 88 when I got in the car after school today.
Central had a man coming off quickly. That was Avant Williams, and Central forced to take a timeout.
Don't like seeing that.
I'm glad that you mentioned Foley again because he had a couple of really great solo tackles last week and a tackle for loss that was huge.
He's a good
against
football player, Joel.
Reedsburg, yes. Yeah. I'm also glad that you said that because I did not think it was him that curve on his jersey tucked underneath of it. I thought it might have been 8. But you're right. Josiah Dix works on the offensive or the defensive line. And so here we are at 11:01. Central had to use the timeout. Their first of the second half. The second half went a punt for Central on a 3-and-out. Baraboo a turnover on downs after 8 plays. Central went 3 plays, and on the third it was an INT service throwing to Niles for Baraboo. They cashed in 3 plays later for an 8-yard touchdown run by Husselman to make it 21-20 as the PAT was no good. Central, the next play in the third quarter, touchdown, 68 yards from service, 29-20 because of the 2-point conversion on the penalty by Baraboo. Here, 4th down. Talk about the money quarter. This is a money down for Baraboo. 4th down and 8. Leading a big play. Thunderbirds go back with Poker. Throws over on the far side. Double coverage. Service comes in with an interception. He could have been better off knocking it down. He'll have it inside the 5-yard line, and Service with a takeaway. His first of the year.
Service down, though. I'm hoping it's just the wind knocked out of him. He came down directly. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's a scary feeling.
True.
But he's getting up. That's good. Yeah, I mean, you want him to knock that down and save the field position, but tell a guy that. I mean, he did a great job from the safety position reading that play. It's good to see him get the payoff.
Double coverage on that far side. Service was shying away as the safety. Central have it inside the 4.
How about a Rude 96-yard touchdown run, put this game on ice?
How about a 14-play drive that takes 10 minutes and 54 seconds and score?
Oh, that's boring, Joel.
That's what Baraboo wanted.
That's not must-see TV.
I'm must-see TV. I don't know what you're talking about. Rude. Through the gap and falls for 2.
Yeah, they are really focusing on going low on Rude, and it's working.
The main thing here, Nami, is not to turn the ball over if you're the Central Riverhawks and gain a first down. At least 1, if not 2, to take some time off the clock. You said it yourself. Baraboo doesn't necessarily score on those big plays unless they can get Husselman out in space. We saw him. He's got great vision and had a really nice run earlier in the ball game. But for the most part, it's Baraboo grinding out drives. That's the key. And Rude spinning away. Broke a tackle at the 15. Will anybody catch him? Nami's going to get his wish. 93 yards. Christian Rude.
Wow, he broke a tackle and was gone. Sprinted away from the D-backs. I was 1 play early, Joel. 1 play early. Wow, is he something. Could just kind of feel that coming. He's been hemmed in all night. You know he's ready to explode. Took one guy trying to get him with the arms. Not going to bring him down. He got past the linebackers. It was night.
What a run. I have called some marvelous runs for that young man. Buxton on the PAT. No. Hit it over to the far side. 35-20.
Yeah, add it to the roll, right?
Correct.
Christian Rude highlight runs.
The one he had against Onalaska last year was my favorite of all time.
Yes.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin, and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Don't miss a moment of the action. Be sure to follow the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, search Central Riverhawks YouTube, and on Instagram, search Central Riverhawks Live.
35-20 after the missed extra point by Buxton, but Rude with a 93-yard touchdown run breaks open the game. Still a 2-score game. Bear in mind that as 35-20.
Baraboo really in the danger zone now. That's what Central needed, was to
Correct.
open the game up a little bit, because they don't have that fast-scoring offense. Huselman, if he does get out there in the open space, can do it. But we've seen Central, while they haven't been able to hold him to negative yardage or much, they've been able to limit his big runs at least.
This one trickles away, and Arnold, the receiver, and he'll be to the 47-yard line.
Couldn't you just kind of feel that coming, Joel, with Rudrid? He's been hemmed in.
Yeah.
He's ready to go out there and punish people. He's probably frustrated, waiting for any opportunity. He got a little bit of a seam, broke right through an arm tackle, and it was over. I mean, you could just kind of sense it was coming.
Don't understand why he's not getting more looks for college.
Well, he's already committed.
Oh, that's right.
Minnesota Duluth.
That's right. He did commit.
They're getting a dog.
Yes. And off Huselman.
And look at that.
Not much there. Official with 1.
So the last 3 runs for Huselman, 3-0 and 1, Joel, after seeing some big chunk yardage out of him in most of the second and third quarter.
Well, when does fatigue start to set in on the young man, too? He got him for almost 50 carries.
41.
Yeah. Second down and 9. Handoff, Huselman. And not much there either. Tackled from behind, wrapped up by Arntz first. And then the Riverhawks come flying in, -1. Moved him back to the original line of script. Well, take it back. It's a 0.
Cupid shuffle again. Huh?
Yep. That's right. To the left. To the left.
Starting to see that offensive line not getting the push that we saw, too.
Right.
He's been getting contacted pretty early.
Remember, they have rotated so many different guys around, too, for Baraboo. Now you got different linemen at different positions. Poker back to pass. Looks far side. Throw down and knocked away. Do have a flag as Groth knocks that one away.
Boy, if they're going to get him for PI, he had his head turned around.
Right. The Stelzer is the intended target.
Might have had a little bit of an arm bar pushing off the receiver. I think that's what they're going to get him on. But boy, oh boy.
Yep. Pass interference. That'd be an automatic first down.
I think that's what happened. I think he extended the arm.
Yeah.
The officials will give you a little bit of that out on the boundary, but when they see the full extension, that's going to draw the flag, and I think that's what they got.
A 15-yard penalty then, too. On the near hash is where Baraboo will take it. 35-20. Poker back to pass again. Looks right in the middle. Oh, he had Hodges on a post route and shorted him. That would have been a big gain, too.
Joel, I'm getting in my updates. There's been an injury in the Reedsburg-Onalaska game.
Oh, no.
And it's a bad one. Apparently a neck injury. There's an ambulance on the field, so a big delay in that game. That is not what you want to hear.
No.
It was a Reedsburg player, I believe. It is.
Jeez.
So definitely sending our best to that young man in the Reedsburg football program.
Hodges on an out pattern, catches that at the 30, spins up or turns up field and to the 25, and a gain of 13. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, we've hit on it tonight. Nami and I always know it doesn't matter what team they play on, we do not want to see the injuries.
No, not at all. Guys out there competing, and football's a tough sport.
And a neck injury. Oh.
Neck injuries are never good.
No.
Hope for the best.
Poker hands off to Huselman. He's got a big hole and tackled.
That's going to be a horse collar.
Yeah, for sure. Knockman on that, along with Rude. 3 flags. Nami, keep yours in. 4 flags.
4 of them.
All 4 of them.
Couldn't hide that one.
Nope. Got 5 officials out there. 4 of them threw the flag. What is the other one doing? How much did he gain?
Gained 5 on the run.
Thank you. And plus half the distance?
I think that's what it's going to be. I think the ball's going to be spotted at the 10.
Yeah, because horse collar would be 15, but there isn't 15 yards to gain. How about this officiating crew, too? They have been solid.
They are good, yep. They just did a JV game over at Central. They do all levels.
Been a good crew.
1st and goal now.
Yes. Poker, hands off. And my goodness, who shot the gap there? Is that Rude in on that? As well as Hess. And I mean nothing. In fact, -2 on that to Husselman. That was a huge play. Baraboo has to get this in the end zone.
Oh, for sure.
The field goal does them no good. Poker keeps. And flipped up and over. Gabe Service on that tackle.
How about the read by Gabe Service? They tried to get him on that naked boot. They got him on it earlier. Service reading it perfectly, did not go for the play fake.
And Poker was shaken up too on that play. He gained 1. That's 3rd and goal at the 11. Biggest thing is that Poker has to come out then. If the officials call the injury timeout, Poker has to leave the field.
On a 3rd and goal.
And a 3rd and goal. If you took the timeout, he can stay in.
They can't do that, though.
You need those timeouts. So it's Gabriel Arnold who has to take this snap on such a key play.
And he dropped the snap. There's going to be a pre-snap penalty, but
you know what? That's not the worst thing because this could bring Poker back in if he's okay.
yeah, and they're going to need him back in because that was a center quarterback exchange issue. Probably Arnold not taking many snaps under center.
Right.
Although I don't see Poker. Or do we? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The Arnold is out. And then here comes Poker.
So you certainly don't want to give up the 5 yards, but the flip side of that is you get your guy back in there.
Right. The guy you're accustomed to.
Right.
This ball did not move back. The ball should be, or did it move back?
I think
it did.
I think
Yes,
it
they
did,
did
yeah.
move it back 16. Okay.
But wasn't it at the 13?
Are they calling that an official? Because it's not an official snap and play, Poker cannot come in. Arnold must come back in then. The rule must be that they have to have a play before he gets in. So the penalty must negate that, and they do not allow Poker to come back into the ball game.
Oh, then it's spotted, right? It was a 5-yard penalty. It was at the 11.
It
That's
is.
right. Yep.
Handoff Husselman. Look out. Oh. To the 10. Service is the one that hits him low. Got 8.
Actually inside the 10, Joel, all the way down to the 8.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yep. I thought you said to the 10.
Okay, no. Past the 10 to the 8.
Yep.
And got 8.
Yep. Well, here you go.
So now you got Poker coming back in. Big play. 6 minutes and change. 4th quarter. Central up 35-20.
Must have for Baraboo here. What's your best play from 10 yards out?
You know what? It's still Arnold. Arnold swings over to that far side. Is not going to get there. Hess and Rude take him backwards a yard.
Hess and Ruderud like sharks in the water, recognizing that Arnold probably not going to throw the ball. Tries to keep it on a little sweep to the left, and they were all over it.
The only other person on Baraboo that has thrown 2 pass attempts is Niles. So you wonder about Poker then too, and he's also a guy they use on the other side.
I'll tell you what, Baraboo probably not going to win this game. I give them a lot of credit. They came in here 0-3 team. They played hard, gave Central everything they were asking for and a little bit more. Made
Completely agree.
Yeah, made Central earn this one.
This is not going to be an easy team to beat every single week.
No, and like I said, when you're putting in new guys, it's going to take some time, but you can start to see what Coach Turkington has.
Yes.
And this is a team to watch out for. Second half of the conference
and they
season.
got Onalaska next week, and Onalaska's not world beaters this year either. They seem to be struggling a little bit. This is Rude to the 15-yard line for 5. Well, they got Onalaska at home next week. They go at Reedsburg, who this Central team beat. You take on Holman and Logan back-to-back. Those are going to be tough weeks.
Yep.
You know, the 3rd and the 10th.
But you would hope by that time of the season these guys are figuring it out and
That's
gelling
just
a little
it.
bit.
Yep. And then they finish at Sparta, which is another one that they could potentially win as well. So there's some W's out on the board or out on that schedule for Baraboo if they can just put it all together. You know, a couple pre-snap penalties, things like that. They had an interception tonight. That cost them. The blocked field goal was a huge play. Rude on the far side. Cuts inside of the hash. Past the 20 and to the 24. Gain of 9.
Only the 15th carry for Rudrud. Usually we see him.
That's true.
Into the 20s and 30s at this point in the game.
Credit Baraboo on holding him down for much of the game until the explosive play on the last drive, but Baraboo has had a pretty good game plan against Rudrud. But then you credit Central for finding other ways of scoring.
Right.
You know, giving it to Service, who gets popped here. Hanging up, and then Arnold laying the wood
Yeah,
for
don't
no
want to
gain.
see Service taking a lot of hits like that.
No, that was up high. So no gain, 2nd down and 10. Clock just keeps moving, though. That's the friend for the Central Riverhawks right now. They lead 35-20.
Holman defeated Sparta 45-0.
Well, they had running clock
Yep, I'm sure they did.
in the second half, so that went fairly quickly. Rude. Tries to get to the 30. He'll be short. About a yard from there, but gain of 5.
Aquinas won big.
I mean, no. You had, maybe 2 score updates on that anyway?
49-8.
Yeah, I was going to say, they've been blowing out.
I've not got a final yet from Reedsburg. I know
Well, remember
they had
that
the injury time.
they had that injury. That might be a while, Nami. We might be off the air before that thing finishes.
Yep.
Especially Baraboo doesn't seem like they're going to be taking their timeouts. Central has taken 1 in this half. Baraboo has not taken any, so they do have 3. Even on a 3rd down. This is 3rd down and 5. Get a stop, you might, but Rudrud on the far side, not a stop.
Look out.
And in fact, he broke another tackle. He got away from Poker and down the sideline, and he is gone. Christian Rudrud with another long touchdown. This time,
Flag on the play, Joel. Way back there.
oh, you're right, at the 38-yard line.
I did not see it until the end.
So it would have been 72 yards.
What was that? See what Mr. Hansen thinks that was.
The guys in the press box don't know.
We're all shrugging our shoulders at each other. Don't
Yes.
know what that call was.
There, maybe he's going to call it now.
Central coach is looking for an explanation too.
Yeah, they don't understand. The
I don't know.
5-yard variety.
A 5-yard penalty.
Dead ball foul. That's it. Dead ball foul. That's it. That's all we got. A 5-yard penalty. But a dead ball foul.
Oh, okay. It looks like they're saying something about a crack bat or a chop block.
Chop
maybe.
block.
I
But
saw
if
him
it,
drop to the knees. That would be a 15-yard.
that's a 15-yard penalty.
Meanwhile, the offense waiting for a play to come in because Coach
Right.
Coburn's still trying to get some clarification on what the problem was.
So Central have to move it back 5 yards.
You know, we watch a lot of football, Joel. Twice tonight, we've been dumbfounded with
Yes.
some of the stuff happening out there. Usually we can figure it out.
Right, exactly. Handoff Rude. Trying to cut back to the other side, and he will. And he got a hole and gone through. Well, I mean, he went the last time. This time he is not going to stop. He is going to hustle and score. Ball was at the 25, make it 75 yards.
I love that kid.
75 yards.
He is something, isn't he? Just change his field and
How? How does he do it? Well, he got a great block from service, and it wasn't a block in the back.
Makes it look easy. And he's going to have some gaudy numbers at the end of this, and most of the night was
right.
He was hemmed in.
93 and 75.
It's pretty good right there.
Yep. That's a night. I mean, the total for that is a night.
Yeah.
And Buxton for the extra point.
You kind of run out of superlatives to say about him. I mean, every week he does something that just is jaw-dropping. Just makes you say, oh, my God, is he a good football player? He is something.
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
There you see the Central coaching staff talking with the officials after that one call prior to the long run for Rude, then the long run for Rude that counted. And the coaching staff trying to get clarification, just figuring things out.
You know why Colburn's doing that, so he can give me a good explanation so I can...
I'm sure that I'm guessing he's trying to get an explanation, and then he will explain to you eventually
he'll
when
stop
you get
in my office.
I was going to say, he's going to talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
He always does.
Yep.
That's why we always told him if he retires, he's coming up here.
Oh, absolutely.
We're getting him for a rules expert and everything else.
We could use him on the broadcast.
Yes, we could. Nice little return here for Niles. Far side, 45-50. And Baraboo running out of time. They're down by 22. And you got a Riverhawk down back at the 34-yard line. Good return for Baraboo, 2:14. They'll have it at the 47-yard line of Central's. Boy, these injuries, too, and just do not want to see that. Central next week, the big one. They go over to Logan. We'll be broadcasting from Swanson Field. We already know that we have a spot in the press box, according to Mr. Service. And so we'll be coming up for that. And that is next Friday. Only 2 broadcasts next week. Soccer on the pitch Tuesday.
We're going to get some rest, aren't we, finally?
We are. I need some rest. I tell you what, Dami, I know you're about to hit on what you just brought up.
Yep.
My personal Twitter account, I'm about to delete. Yeah. I have gone down some rabbit holes these last couple days. And I think for my own mental health, I need off social media.
Yep. Yeah, it's been one of those weeks. But speaking of social media, that was a bad time for that rant,
I know,
Joel,
I'm sorry. But
because I want to talk about our social media presence. We do have the Central YouTube channel on social media, the Facebook page, Central Riverhawks YouTube channel, and on Instagram, Central_Riverhawks_live.
Oh, that's not dot? I'm sorry. I said it wrong the other night then. Those are underscores.
And the reason I bring that up is because that's not Joel and I doing that. That is our advanced marketing class that is keeping up with those social media. Joel and I wouldn't be able to do that.
No.
We're not young enough to run those pages.
No.
So the kids are working on that daily, putting up the graphics of what events are coming up, putting on highlight reels. Be sure to check those out. It's pretty cool, the work that they're doing.
As Poker scrambles, throws, high. Oh, caught Hodges by at the 25-yard line. Was he inbound?
I think he was. Oh, they're not going to give it to him.
I was just late.
I thought he dragged his toes.
I did too. I thought he was in. That looked like a catch to me. Baraboo has not been able to catch many breaks, and now Hodges is not getting back up. I mean, it's just been a tough week.
It has.
And that's the reason why
for everybody.
For that, but yes, you're exactly right about one thing, and I mentioned it last night too. The marketing kids are doing a wonderful job for us, helping us out with all that stuff because, again, I can't keep up with that and everything else that we're doing and emailing coaches and interviews. And I'm a stay-at-home dad. If you don't know, my 2 littles were on camera earlier. I'm with them every day. Credit to my wife. She's been home for the last 2 weeks recovering from sinus surgery. But it's tough.
That's why we lean on the kids, and they're doing a great job. It was awesome that Coach Arnold and you and I got to go in and meet with the kids and kind of show them what we do. We're trying to maybe set up a broadcast booth for them to practice some of their play-by-play skills, see if they can reach a level of a Joel McCall.
Wouldn't take them very long for that.
But certainly they can help us out with the graphics. Shout out to Miss Carmen for inviting us in and then for working with those kids. She just does an awesome job, one of our business and marketing teachers at Central, and we are certainly lucky to have her in the building. And she's a big fan of the YouTube channel.
Yes, she is.
So
when we see the dance team, she helps out with that too. And you're exactly right. And I was thrilled to go and see and talk to the kids. That's why during our presentation, I just simply asked them, what do you guys want? What do you want out of this? What are you looking for?
Had a chance to show them all our equipment.
Yep, we showed them some of our equipment, what we have, what's coming, because we are supposed to have new equipment that is coming through a federal grant.
The work that goes in pregame. It's not just about showing up and calling a game. There's stuff. I mean, you got a clipboard full of stuff that you've prepared and printed out, so we have stuff to talk about.
That's right. What do you want?
That's right. Stats and upcoming games, and it's a labor of love. And so, we want to get those young kids involved in it and hopefully excite them for maybe a potential marketing career in the future or broadcasting career or production, journalism. There's a lot that can go into covering sports if you're a sports fan.
Yeah, and if you think about what we do, the scoreboard, you see that all the time, all the graphics that Nami's bringing up, stuff like that. This is a small scale of what you could possibly do on a large grand scale at, say, a TV station. If you want to be behind the camera doing things like that, there is potential out there. And I will tell you that a lot of the production technical directors, a director, things like that, it's not so much anymore with the teleprompters because a lot of the reporters have their own, now the scripts are kind of in front of them on iPads, things like that. So they're not necessarily having a giant teleprompter anymore. But a lot of those people behind the scenes do make more money than those that are in front of the camera a lot of times because they're so important and short of people. During my time at the broadcasting school that I went to, one of the things that I learned very quickly was technical director. I didn't like running cameras at all, and I didn't want to be on camera, but I really liked the technical directing skills or running tape, things like that. Never wanted to be a director. That was a very tough job, trying to tell people where to go, what to do, all that. You really have to be the leader of a news crew to do that, but you find your little niche. I remember I had one particular professor tell me, she's like, you do this so well, I communicated well, too, during the process. And she's like, there would be a future for that. And I said, I'm not looking to go that route with video. I never was planning on doing video. That's why I went into radio. But here we are. Now we're on video because everybody wants streaming. Everybody wants you on Huddle TV or here on YouTube, all those things. There are so many opportunities out there for young people to get into the journalism or video production aspect of things. And if you want to go into broadcasting, I say go for it. The only thing is you just have to remember that you might not make it to ESPN.
Yeah, or you might.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah.
But that's a tough venture. You need a 4-year degree for sure to get in on those types of jobs.
But, when you look at colleges and in the secondary education, almost all of the schools now have some type of production crew that does cover their sports. EWL has one. St. Norbert, I know they stream the football games every week. They have the same stuff that we have, the producer, the play-by-play guys. So when you go off to that next level, if you're interested in it, get a hold of those people, see if you can help out, see if you can, come up with some pregame stuff, see if you can come up with some graphics, and who knows what it might lead to. It might be something you really get into. Somebody like me who loves sports, I went into education, but I still find a way to get my sports fixed by being able to cover the Riverhawks and all the different types of sports that they do throughout the week. So if you love, I don't know what
this does not look that great.
No.
It's Hodges that is on the
sideline
ground
here,
and now I see Central is kneeling, Baraboo is kneeling,
and you wonder if his foot got caught in the turf maybe when he was dragging his toe. That's the only thing I can think.
Boy,
My first thought was the wind got knocked out because he kind of fell on the ball.
Right.
But this is going to be more than that.
Yeah, they have taken their sweet time getting him up, and that young man, Rashad Hodges, a junior running back, been playing on the outside tonight, really as a wide receiver for Baraboo. And again, we talk about Baraboo. They've had so many injuries already. One of their best linemen out for a couple weeks is what we were told up here in the press box for Ringelstetter. So the sophomore that they had starting. You got tonight, Poker went out for a little bit and then came back at least. They've had quite a few that have had cramps, but yeah, you don't want to lose another skill player like this. And so we're kind of at a standstill at 2:05 left here in the fourth quarter with second down and 10 awaiting for Baraboo. But
Reedsburg is up 33-7. That game has resumed now, so that's good.
Well, and that should be about over with, too.
I think so. So Reedsburg bouncing back after last week's defeat to the Riverhawks.
Well, let's take a timeout, then we'll come back.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Matthew Construction Company is proud to be a Riverhawk community sponsor. Matthew Construction Company is a family-owned asphalt contractor and major supplier of aggregates. Throughout the Midwest, the company plans and completes road construction projects such as asphalt highways, driveways, and parking lots. Beyond the road, Matthew offers additional career opportunities. For example, at its highly specialized research and development facility located in Onalaska, the company's team of top chemists and engineers conducts industry-leading research to continually improve the performances of its products and develop sustainable green technologies. Whether in the lab, office, or out on the roads, Matthew Construction Company aims to inspire the next generation of innovative thinkers. Learn more about the diverse career opportunities in legal, HR, research and technology, accounting, environmental services, engineering, operations management, safety, and more at www.matthew.com.
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
The Central Booster Club is excited to work with you this school year. The Booster Club's mission is to promote and help finance the over 50 official Central co-curricular activities through fundraising efforts. Booster Club meetings are held in the Central Commons on the second Monday of each month during the school year. If you can't attend meetings, you can still help by volunteering at the school store and other events. With so many budget cuts, the role of the Booster Club has become even more important in supporting all Central activities. Sign up to stay updated on Booster Club activities by clicking the QR code. Go Riverhawks!
Don't miss a moment of the action. Be sure to follow the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, search Central Riverhawks YouTube, and on Instagram, search Central Riverhawks Live.
back here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel, and hush falling here at Veterans Memorial Field as young man for Baraboo still on the ground and on the turf, and they have brought in EMTs to try and figure out what to do. The ambulance did not come out on the turf. We thought maybe that was going to happen during the time that we were gone.
Scary scene here.
Absolutely. We just talked about earlier in the broadcast that Reedsburg in Onalaska had a neck injury, and that game was on a long break. Now we're getting another one here, and you just do not want to see injuries. And I don't care the team, I don't care the player, none of it. I just don't want to see any of it. You know, I talked about it last night with Sparta having a young lady that would have been a prominent figure in their volleyball team, Lily Seifert. She broke an ankle throughout the summer, trying to rehab and come back to play her senior year. You know, it's always the worst when it's a senior because you know it's their final year of doing stuff. But regardless of the class and anything else, you just do not want to see stuff like this anytime. And that's where we are right now. We're at 42-20. The clock has stopped. 2:05, fourth quarter. You know, Central pulled away here in the second half. They're going to get a win. They're going to get the 2-2 in the overall. They'll be 2-0 in the conference. But right now, the thoughts and the good feelings trying to go to the young man, Rashad Hodges, for Baraboo, as they are strapping him up as well. And we're not going to show it. You know, I will describe what I see to a certain degree, but that's it. We just hope that it's nothing serious and that, you know, at the end of the day, gets looked at probably an overnight stay here in La Crosse and goes home and gets better. And it's nothing too severe. I really don't know what else to say because that's where we are. I mean, Nami's got stats ready for you. We can run through the drives of the second half. I would assume that, you know, Baraboo is probably thinking, let's not try to do too much more because they've had some injuries already throughout the night. But, you know.
Starting to wonder if they'll even resume this game.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Yep, so that's exactly what we're getting from the press box area is that they are just going to run this clock down, and we're going to end up being at 42-20 as a final for the night. As with, we just were clarified that it was a neck injury here too, as we just had one for that Reedsburg on Alaska. So I'm going to run through the drives of the second half. We were 21-14 at halftime with Central leading. Touchdowns in that first half, 44-yard run for Rudrud, 31-yard run for Husselman, 51-yard touchdown run for Service, 14-7. Rudrud scored again after an INT to make it 21-17, and Husselman scoring 21-14. Baraboo down by 7. Second half, punt for Central, a turnover on downs. Niles an INT, a big play for Baraboo, and they got the touchdown following that, 8-yard touchdown run by Husselman, 21-20. But then the big play, Central responds with a 68-yard touchdown run by Service, 29-20. Service also had an INT in the following drive as Baraboo was threatening to score. Rudrud comes right back out, 93 yards, 35-20 as the PAT was no good. Central Riverhawks hold for a turnover on downs, and then Rudrud finished it out 75 yards on the fifth play as Central got another one, 42-20. Husselman had a great night for Baraboo in the loss, though.
45 carries, 269 yards unofficially on the ground. I mean, just an absolute workhorse for Baraboo tonight. Poker had 6 carries. I'm just trying to watch what's going on out there, too. It's not what we want to see.
No, go ahead.
Poker had 6 carries for 6 yards. Niles with 3 carries for 19 yards. And Arnold with a carry for -2. Poker was 3 for 12 passing for 43 yards, did have the 2 interceptions. And Hodges had the 3 catches for 43 yards. For the Riverhawks, Christian Rudrud, only 17 carries. It didn't stop him from having a big game, though. 268 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns, some explosive runs for Rudrud. Wyatt Foley with 2 carries for 11 yards. Gabe Service, 4 carries, 128 yards, and 2 touchdowns. How's that for a rushing night? Reuben Smith had 2 carries for a yard. Service passing was 2 for 4 for 26 yards and the INT. Rudrud was 1 for 1 passing for 10 yards. Rudrud caught a pass for 11 yards, and Groth caught 2 passes for 25 yards, all unofficial.
Our final score is going to be 42-20. Central will go to 2-2 and 2-0 in conference play. Baraboo will fall to 0-4 and 0-2, but their record at this moment does not matter. I mean, they're not thinking about.
You can hear a pin drop in the stadium right now,
too.
Everybody.
They are not thinking about the record. They're not thinking about any of that stuff right now. All the thoughts, prayers, just anything you can do for Hodges, that's what we want up here too. You know, I'm going to be broadcasting next week. We'll have soccer for you on Tuesday. We'll have football again Friday against Logan. It's a huge game for Central, but this is, you know, you and I, Nami, we just don't want to show this on camera, but we can see the distraught look of those coaches down there, of, you know, the EMTs, the AD, everybody. And we did even hear, I don't know if I really want to say that on the air, but we heard something throughout the crowd mic explaining that it sounded to me like, you know, the family wasn't here or something to that effect, where they were trying to get a hold of somebody, and that's always tough too, because, you know, now you're away. I don't remember how far Baraboo is from here. It's about 2 hours,
hour and a half.
Hour and a half. So, you know, now if you're a parent, that's even worse. So it sounds like they're just going to put 5 seconds on the clock. That's what I heard from the hallway here for the press box. And there you go. They moved it down to 5 seconds. And does this need to be snapped, is what I was wondering. So do they have to run one official play?
That might be why they took it to 5.
To 5. Yeah, so they went down to 5 seconds, and they'll get one official play. The question is, Nami, do we want to stay on for the official play to see this thing completely end? Or do we just want to
probably call it?
I was going to say, I think we can just sign off. I don't really know what else to say. You know, you hit on the stats, hit on the final.
Not the way that we were hoping the night would end it.
No, and Baraboo fought so hard
they did.
Throughout this night.
They were impressive tonight. I give them a lot of credit.
To come over here, they're short-handed as it is because they had some guys already out. We wish the Thunderbirds nothing but the best moving forward throughout their season, and hopefully the best for the young man on the field too. For Ray George, I'm Nami George.
You're Nami George?
For Ray George and Nami George, I'm Joel McCall. Have a great weekend. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're just going to sign off the final 42-20. Central wins.